What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the final of Miami, the men's final. And it's the last match of the tournament. We had the women's final yesterday. It was everything we'd, well, I guess some of you expected it, some of you didn't. I was hoping for another set, but hey, Iga Swiatek, man, she is a beast. And as predicted, she pulled out of next week's Charleston tournament, so no surprise there. She wants a couple of weeks off, which she deserves. I mean, she's played so much lately. And yeah, she's not playing next week, Charleston. We still will watch Charleston here and there. There are some good players still playing, so like there's still some really good players still playing. So we'll keep an eye on Charleston next week. But yeah, no Swiatek. And then we've got the men's final here. RUUD versus ALCARAZ. The final that, with ALCARAZ, I guess everyone thought that maybe he'd be in the final. But Casper RUUD, I don't think anyone thought he was going to be here. Especially considering it's his first Masters 1000 final and it's not a clay court. So if you can do this on hard court, watch out for RUUD on the clay. It's going to be interesting. We could get a result like yesterday. We could get a 3-set epic like 3 days ago. It could be anything. I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this one. It all comes down to RUUD, I think. You know, we know what to expect from ALCARAZ, but what can RUUD do against ALCARAZ? All right, what's up, everybody? Let's get through the preview and then we'll have a chat. Because these guys have actually played once before. They played last year on the clay. So here is the draw where these guys have come from. You can see ALCARAZ had a very tough match in the quarterfinals. We watched that one against Kecmanovic, and of course he had a tough match against Hurkacz, but not. He got through in the tie breaks. He was clutch, and then of course RUUD had a tough match against Zverev, but then won his match against Cerundolo pretty easily in the end. The first set was shaky. I think both guys were pretty nervous, and then it turned out that RUUD, once he got the first set, just demolished. Now there are some other players that have. Sorry, these guys have played obviously other players coming into it. Let me go through those. We have. Where are we? There it is. Because ALCARAZ has played a couple of other players, interesting players along the way. So we'll start with RUUD. He played Laxton in the first round, demolished him. He played Bublik in the second, demolished him. And then he demolished, well, he won in straight sets against Norrie, which I think was a pretty good match. Well, pretty good for RUUD because, you know, Norrie can be tricky. And he put him away pretty easily. And of course, Tsitsipas, ALCARAZ was the match that happened in the fourth round. ALCARAZ beat Fucsovic and Cilic as well as Steph. So he's beaten, both these guys have beaten the top guys that we all expected to probably get to the later stages. Let's talk about Casper RUUD. He is number 8 in the world, 23 years old, from Norway. He is 6 foot tall, right-handed, 8 wins, 3 losses on the season. He didn't play the Australian Open, I don't think, so he missed out on a big tournament there, which is why he hasn't got too many wins this year. 1 title to his name, though, so can't complain. 7 career titles, and his best wins are against Garin and Schwartzman. Carlos Alcaraz, number 16 in the world, 18 years old, from Spain. 6'1", right-handed, 12 wins, 2 losses on the season. 1 title as well. And he's got 2 career titles. His best wins are against Norrie and Berrettini before this week. Now, let's look at their one and only match. They played last year in Marbella on the clay, and Alcaraz got the win in pretty easy fashion. But, look, I feel like people underestimate RUUD. And I feel like if you underestimate RUUD, he'll make you look silly. So I don't think it's going to be exactly the same as that. I think it's going to be a little bit closer in this one. I think it's going to be a little closer, even though you think, well, if he can do that on clay against RUUD, he's going to do it against, he's going to make it even worse on hard courts. I think RUUD's going to hold his own today. I would be shocked if it was an easy victory. Okay.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
What's up? Man. By the way, my body is telling me, like, yesterday and today is going, we need to chill, man. We need a week. We're going to be doing some Charleston matches next week, but, yeah, the last match of the tournament, the last match of the month, I mean, the last match of this 4-week craziness. Oh, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it today. My body's like, all right, get to the final, and then we're done. Then we're going to crash. Yeah, red shirt for the final, of course. Of course. Sunday. That's what we were when we were at. All right, who's here, by the way? Let's give some shout-outs. We've got Michael. We've got Sarah. Min, Charging Bolt, all new. Deb, Rajesh. Darcy Sumner. Fed, Windy Malley. Crispy, Arbeck. We've got John. We've got Anshul, Mary. Ahmad. We've got Norcal's back. We've got Path. We've got Dawn. We've got Prashant's here. We've got Ryan, Bavini, Banjo, Vince, Isabel, Jesper, Tiana, Joe. Who else? Ashley. Catherine's back. We've got Bella. We've got Lexi's here. Ansh. I think I said Ansh already. Gabriel. Jared. Laura. Hader is here. Betty. Luca. Michael. Demons. Nuala. Mia. We've got Macaron. Dr. Mario's here. Elian is here. Guido. We've got Lisa. We've got Don. Vlado. Adam. Ants. Richard. Dis. Who else? Elias? Elias? I don't know why I found that hard to say. Katie is here. We've got Loha is here as well. London Lady is here. We've got Miguel. We've got Noam. We've got Natalia, Aura. We've got Sabine. It's Bindu as well. And Cinder. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Mark's here as well. So it's gonna be interesting. This final's gonna be interesting. I feel like I've doubted RUUD. Well, I gotta be honest. I haven't doubted RUUD. I've been one of the only people. If you look back on the go watch the videos from last year when he played on hard courts. You know, this guy deserves to be in this top 10. He's not lucky to be in the top 10, even though he plays those smaller events. He deserves to be here. He's only lost to the big boys at these big tournaments. If you go look at the results from last year, he's lost to Zverev and Medvedev, Tsitsipas, all those guys. And of course, he made the semi-finals of the ATP finals. So he definitely deserves to be in. He definitely isn't just a one court wonder. You're not going to write off RUUD? Yeah, that's for sure. Who's singing? I have no idea. Johnny's here as well. What's up? Alcaraz mindset is stronger. Yeah, look, Alcaraz is the favorite, and he should be because he's been a beast. But RUUD shouldn't be underestimated. Don't be surprised if RUUD does something. Casper, my friendly ghost, come on. Well, the first WTA 1000, ATP 1000 winner today. Yep, true, Mary, very true. We're getting a new champ. The comparison that RUUD has with Team is strange. It's the forehand, and also the fact that Team was not a hard-court guy. I mean, look at Team before 2019. He had only won clay court events. He'd only done great things on clay. He had some hard court results here and there, but he wasn't like... He didn't have any titles before Indian Wells in 2019 on a hard court. So I think RUUD is in that same boat. He's sort of like, he's a clay courter, and then now it's like, oh, okay, now he can play on hard courts. Well, he could always play on hard courts, but now he's on the main stage of a big hard court tournament. And also he's got like the forehand that's similar to Team, a lot of topspin that people don't... It's underestimated, a lot of topspin. Somebody said the other day it's more than Rafa's topspin, which is crazy. When will this start? It should start about 10 or 5 or 10. Last match of the tournament, they're probably going to do some big ceremony or something. I rewatched Osaka and Iga's match to purposely count pressure points, Cam. This would be a marvelous official stat indeed. Osaka won 18 out of 32 and Iga won 12 out of 14. Yeah, Betty, it's a big stat for sure. For sure. I just got to figure out how to have it look like make sense so people don't have to explain what it is, or at least show it in a way that it kind of it's self-explanatory. Who's a great grass court player for the new guys? No idea. We don't know. We have to wait and see with this. I mean, need a few grass court seasons to see who's going to step up. Maybe Hurkacz. Berrettini seemed pretty good last year, but that's 1 year. Could you please include India time there? Also, thanks for being away for us right now. No worries. Yeah, I guess we could. I mean, I don't want to make this list too long, but we could chuck in. I don't know. Is India like Central Asian time or something? Is it in the middle, or is it sort of whereabouts? I don't know what it is. How far away from Australian time it is. I like Alcaraz's wood shop. Oh, by the way, I saw a very wholesome video over on Instagram. Juan Carlos Ferrero has flown over to support his charge. Of course, we know we heard the other day that Juan Carlos's father passed away, unfortunately. So he was not here, but he came over because it's his player's biggest final. So good to see Juan Carlos Ferrero in the house. Always good to see former players who are coaches, around, especially from players that I watched as a kid. What's with all the injuries? Just a lot of tennis being played. All right, players are ready to go. They're coming out on court now. RUUD come and win this? Maybe. Hey, who has bets on this match, by the way? What have you guys put money on this? I want to know who's betting on this match. And if so, what have you bet? I'm convinced that Cam's a Nocturne vampire. Shh, don't tell anyone. I got 3,300 on Alcaraz. Ooh, okay. I wonder how long Ferrero will coach Alcaraz. Probably for a while. If they keep winning, why would you ditch your coach if you keep winning? Do we know the team difference of RUUD versus Alcaraz? The team difference? What do you mean team difference? RUUD to serve 5 aces or more? Really? Is that all? Oh, well, Alcaraz is a good returner, so that's tough. That's a tough one. RUUD's not known for his aces, and Alcaraz is a great returner. He doesn't really let people ace him, so... did you see Venus's video about serving? No. What was that on? Where was that? 100k on Alcaraz in Russian rubles. That sounds fake. Good try though. What else we got? Coaches, etc. What's the difference? Well, Alcaraz has got Juan Carlos Ferrero, who's a former Grand Slam champion, great, obviously a great player, former world number one. RUUD's got his dad, who was a former tennis player, a former ATP player. So that's probably the biggest difference, is that one's coached by a slam champ and one's coached by, their dad. But, they're still having good results. It's not really about who coaches you and who has the more high-profile coach. It's about how you work with that coach. It's about how the player-coach work together. Look at Medvedev's coach. Most people, I'm sure that he was a former player, but he wasn't anything like Carlos Moya, for example. So it's not really about the coach. It's about the relationship between the coach and the player. If that works, then they're fine. You had Lendl with Zverev, and Zverev didn't do anything. So, you see what I mean? So it doesn't matter about who you have as a coach. It doesn't matter about what the name of the coach is. Yeah, Vida and Djokovic. And then Djokovic got Becker, didn't do anything. So, Vida was never a top player, exactly. So there you go. So it doesn't really matter about who you have. It doesn't matter about the profile of your coach. One of the greatest players of all time, Pete Sampras, never coached. I don't know if he would have been any good if he, had coached anyone. I mean, who knows? Just great players don't make great coaches. Not like an automatic shift. So yeah. I bet my favorite tennis ball to my friend. Wow, that sounds. What do you bet? Like bet on wait, what? Bet what? Like who? It's in a personal channel and it goes in depth and cool. Okay, might have to check it out. Norway is in the house. Lots of love. What's up, Gabriel? Isn't Lendl coaching Murray again? Yeah. Yeah, he is, yeah. I really don't think Zverev will win more than 2 slams. Yeah, he might win. Yeah, I mean, he might be a 1-slam wonder. That could be a thing. You mean Novak and Agassi? No, didn't he go with Becker for like a couple of years and didn't really do much? Like, not as much as he did with Vida, right? Bollettieri did never play. Did he ever play Agassi's famous coach? He did play, but I don't know if he played at a high level. Like, he didn't take on, like, you know, he wasn't playing against Rod Laver. I don't think he played like those that high. I think he did play though. Look, Patrick Mouratoglou never played the professional circuit. Has so many good players coming through his academy. So, yeah, doesn't really matter if the achievements of your coach. It matters about how you and that person get along and how you coach, how that person how you respond to their coaching. You know. Wasn't Djokovic 2016 with Becker? I can't remember. What's my prediction? I think I went Alcaraz. But I don't think it's going to be... I can't remember what I picked. I would have picked Alcaraz, I'm pretty sure. But, look, I don't think that it's going to be as one-sided as yesterday. With Becker, Nole did well. Did he? He won a slam or 2, didn't he? Maybe? Can't remember. My brain is fried. It's 3 in the morning. My brain doesn't work that fast. Alcaraz in 3. All I want is a 3-set too, Ashley. All I want is a 3-set as well. But yeah, does anyone have, like, what are the other bets that people have? Somebody said they have RUUD getting 5 aces. You know, man, if it goes 3 sets, the more games, the more chances, right? But what about, anyone got the, what's the over? What's the over-under? Why are you awake at 3 a.m.? It's 3 a.m.? Mate, you're right. What am I doing? I'm so sorry. All right, I'll see ya. Going back to bed. What a stupid time to be awake. Casper in 3, of course. Okay. I think it's Alcaraz in straight sets. All right. Does anyone have any money on that, though? Like, you know, predictions are nice, but does anyone putting their money where their mouth is? 10 drop shots Alcaraz. Is that even something you can bet on? Agassi is who you're thinking of with current coach. Good player will make a good coach. Well, he's got an academy, so we can't think of anyone coming from the Agassi academy that's on the main tour. Well, maybe there is, but we just haven't seen them. Maybe. I have money on the first set, Alcaraz 6-4. Ooh, okay. Bad players always thinking better ways to play, so they always learning. Great players never need to think about changing and reinventing the wheel. That's why coaches never need to be a top player. Yeah, the way I think Ian from Essential Tennis said a really good thing, because he, you know, very good player in his own right, but he's not an ex-pro like, you know, me as well. I'm a coach. Doesn't mean I, you know, just because I didn't play on the ATP doesn't mean I don't know anything. I think he said in a video, I think it must have been like 2 years ago, someone was asking him like, oh, how can you be a coach? You know, you're not even that good, which is silly because the way that I see it and the way that I think he explained it as well, if you're a great player, like Nick Kyrgios, does anyone think Nick Kyrgios is going to be a great coach? Maybe. But I doubt it because if you've got natural talents and natural abilities, how do you teach someone how to do that? If it just comes naturally to you. Also, if you've ever been like, let's say, has anybody ever tried to explain how to use a computer to their grandparents? You naturally have that because you grew up with it. But trying to teach someone who isn't naturally gifted at something, it takes patience and time. And sometimes those who can do things easily are like, well, why can't you do it? I can do it. How can you not do it? So that's something that I've always thought, well, yeah, you know, coaching is its own, I guess, skill. So being a great player doesn't mean you're going to be a great coach, because you take things for granted as a great player. Whereas when you're more of like a, you know, like the lower ranked players, you know, Casper Ruud's dad, who, you know, got to the top 40, has experience there, but he wasn't the top of the tree. You know, Medvedev's coach, you know, they become great coaches because they know the game, they study the game, even if they didn't necessarily play at the highest level. Now, the difference is when these players get to the highest levels, the experience of their coach will help. Like Juan Carlos Ferrero will help out ALCARAZ in this moment because he's been in this moment himself. So that experience helps, but not always, because every player is different. So like Zverev, Lendl took him to finals, but Zverev didn't do much. So, you know, whereas Lendl with Murray did well because of Lendl. So it's more about the player and the coach relationship than it is the who is coaching you. Of course, everyone wants to get coached by Rafa, but it might not be good. Like you might not understand it because I don't speak Spanish, so it wouldn't work. All right, 15-love. Ruud wins the first point. Who's winning this match? Who is winning this match as Ruud double faults? I'm going ALCARAZ. I'm going to say in straight sets, but I'm going to go in... it's going to be close. Like I think maybe a tie break or maybe a couple of 7-5s or something. I just got a feeling that Ruud's going to... pardon me. He's definitely going to hold his own, but I mean, it's kind of like yesterday. Like, I guess when you look back at yesterday's final, you're like, oh yeah, Iga's done that to everybody. So of course she did it to Osaka, but going into that one, anything could have happened. I kind of have a feeling about that as well here. 30-15. Everyone's going with Alvaca. All right. Why did you read my comment? Because there's a lot of people chatting and it's hard to read everything. There's been a forehand now into the backhand of ALCARAZ. Forehand now from Ruud into the net. 30-all. Now, Ruud is going to be obviously nervous, as would ALCARAZ, you'd expect. But let's see how who responds better, or who starts the better, and whose nerves are a little bit more stable at this point. Ruud serves into the forehand of ALCARAZ. He shanks it back, and it goes out. 40-30. Now, we know what ALCARAZ is going to do. He's going to play fearless. He's going to try and hit the ball for winners on every shot if he can. We know what he's going to do. But how does Ruud counteract that? I think what Ruud's got to do is he's got to do the angles. He's got to go for the angles, make ALCARAZ hit the ridiculous shots. And if he does, too good. But make him hit those wide forehand winners and those crazy... Like, just make him run, basically. Make him run like what Kecmanovic did. Kecmanovic tried to hit... Actually, to be fair, Kecmanovic tried to hit the ball through ALCARAZ, which was almost effective. But I feel like Ruud needs to go for the angles and just push ALCARAZ off the court like that. And he wins the first game. Ruud, 1-love. Just pushing him side to side, but like wide because of those angles. Like a clay court should. My money on ALCARAZ, unless Ruud goes God mode. Okay. Don't think Carlos is stressed. He is young, fired up, and ambitious, but too ambitious to be nervous. Well, look, you're always going to be nervous to start off final, even if you know, you might not show it. But I think both these guys will be nervous. Big opportunity. Michael, yeah, 81K, I know. How crazy. Crazy stuff. 100K coming with the French. Oh, I don't know about that. I'll just be happy if we get 100K by the end of this year, which was the goal in January, and it's the goal now. So let's hope that happens. I listen to Cam while watching Tennis Channel. Great commentary. Thank you. No worries, Lynn. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. As we get a serve now from ALCARAZ. It's an ace.
Come on!
Good serve. 15-love. I feel the crowd on ALCARAZ's side because... One, he's very exciting, and he's probably more well-known than Ruud. But also, he's playing for history. he's playing for history. 18-year-old Masters champion. These people in the stands want to say, I was there when he won his biggest trophy to date. You know, they're witnessing a piece of history if Alcaraz does get the win. There's been a slice there from RUUD into the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the slice of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz again. Into the net. 15-all. Yeah, they just want to... Of course, the crowd want to witness history. RUUD winning will be history in its own way, but not as big a deal as if Alcaraz wins. Alcaraz with a serve. It's a fault. Second serve. 15-all. First game went to RUUD. As Alcaraz serves into the backhand of RUUD. Forehand now Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. That's a good shot. RUUD with a slice. Alcaraz in control again as RUUD just goes side to side. Alcaraz now with a forehand into the net again. Man, a couple of terrible forehands, and that's... Might sound harsh, but his standard's pretty high, and he's not playing anywhere near that right now. 15-30. Couple of forehand errors. Juan Carlos Ferrero in the house. Good to see him there for his player's biggest moment. 15-30. Serve down the tee, the forehand of RUUD, and that goes out. Good serve. 30-all. Six minutes played. A 30-all game here, Alcaraz. He serves out wide, but it's a let. First serve again. Alcaraz with a serve. Down the tee, RUUD with a slice return. Forehand from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of RUUD. Into the forehand again of Alcaraz. RUUD just defending from the start. Forehand out from Alcaraz down the line. That's out. Another forehand error. Come on! 30-40. Break point RUUD. 3 errors in this game on the forehand side. I think that's a good indication about how Alcaraz is feeling. This kid's nervous too, you know. He's going after it, but you got to admit that he must be nervous. Like, you know, the first 4 games, both players will be nervous. As he serves a fault.
Can't buy a first serve.
Big chance for RUUD here. He's got to take his chances. Second serve. Into the backhand of RUUD. Forehand out from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of RUUD. To the forehand of Alcaraz. That just goes in. Forehand out from RUUD down the line. Alcaraz defends it. Slice down from RUUD. Now he's in trouble. Forehand out from Alcaraz. Goes again to the backhand of RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. In the net! RUUD breaks! Casper RUUD breaks. Shaky start from Alvaca. That was 4 errors on the forehand side to get broken. And that's the weapon. Uh-oh. Hey, what's up, Megs? By the way, in the chat, where are the RUUD fans at? I want to know where the RUUD fans are at. Because I know there's probably more people going for Alcaraz than RUUD here. There's a bit of return now. Oh, it's a let. Where are the RUUD fans at? Because I know there is a smaller group of you. Some of you might be just going for RUUD, but I mean, like, where are the RUUD fans? Or the ones that actually follow him week to week? Where are you at? RUUD all the way, says Ryan. Okay. Okay. Cam, would you like to be called a cow? Sure. Go for it. You can call me the dickhead. You can call me the Australian. You can call me Four Eyes. You can call me whatever the hell you want, man. But you can't call me what your mum calls me because that's between us. That's the thing between me and her, and it's special, so don't do that. Don't even ask her about it. 15 love. Serve down the tee, goes into the forehand of ALCARAZ. Forehand out from RUUD, goes to the forehand of ALCARAZ. RUUD with a forehand down the line. Comes to the net, up goes a lob. But it goes out from ALCARAZ. 30 love. RUUD off to a good start here. Now, RUUD has played more finals at this, well, at high levels than ALCARAZ. Remember, ALCARAZ, his experience in finals is less than RUUD, which I don't think we've talked about at all. She calls you part. No, she doesn't, Min. Shh. Return goes into the forehand of RUUD. Forehand now from ALCARAZ is a winner!
This is gonna be
okay! That's the first one. That's the first one. The first big forehand from ALCARAZ. That'll be a nerve settler. And it'll just keep Casper on notice and go, okay. Avoid the forehand. It's a weapon. 101 miles an hour. Woo! Woo! 10 minutes into this one. Okay. Serves a fault. Second serve. ALCARAZ returns on the forehand side. Backhand slice there from RUUD. Into the forehand of ALCARAZ, who hits a drop shot. RUUD runs, gets to the net. ALCARAZ with a lob. Up goes RUUD with a smash. Great smash.
Unbelievable.
RUUD knew that was coming. We've seen that play a lot this week. That little drop shot and then lob combination, the drop lob combo. And RUUD knew it was happening. RUUD showed up with a chessboard today. He knew what's up. He's like, I know you were playing Jenga against everyone. Oh, everyone else was playing Jenga when ALCARAZ was playing chess. RUUD's playing chess too. He knows what's up. He read the assignment. 40-15. To get to 3 love here, RUUD. Serves a fault. Second serve now, RUUD. Into the backhand of ALCARAZ. Good return. Backhand RUUD to the backhand of ALCARAZ. Into the forehand of RUUD. Backhand ALCARAZ goes into the backhand of RUUD, who hits it wide. And ALCARAZ, I know what RUUD was trying to do there. He's like, okay, I'm not going to hit it to your forehand now. I'm going to try and go to backhand. Didn't work. The backhand solid too. 40-30. Still a chance for RUUD to get to 3 love. By the way, that bald kid with the crazy beard is back. Welcome back. Still blows my mind. The ball crew, I think that's what they call it. That sounds... I'll leave it there. There's a bit of backhand return into the forehand of RUUD. Good shot there. ALCARAZ gets it. RUUD with the forehand. Again to the forehand of RUUD. ALCARAZ goes in the net.
Unbelievable.
RUUD too good. He's playing way too good at the moment. ALCARAZ still finding his feet. And it's 3 love. All right, everybody, let's answer questions.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Why is ALCARAZ down? Because he got broken. All right, what's up? The bearded ball boy. Triple B. I'll be sad if ALCARAZ doesn't win. Well, look, if he doesn't win, look, life goes on, and you'll see another. He'll be back tomorrow, or next week, or the week after. Yeah, it's all right. I was sad when Barty retired, but 24 hours later, I was fine. Please don't call the cow to the kid. Now, look, it's one of those you had to be there moments, and we're not going to stop calling him Alvaca because that's just how we roll. So, if you don't like it, well, look, maybe your sense of humor is not the same as what all the people in the chat are. We don't say it out of aggression. We say it out of love. In fact, if you have a terrible nickname, it means that we like you even more. So, that's the Australian way. Sportsbet had a special. RUUD to win first 3 games to 30. Was paying $20? Really? Rebecca, that's crazy. Did you take it? Has RUUD got a nickname? I think his last name, I mean, people call him Casper the Ghost, you know. I just like saying RUUD. I think, you know, RUUD is his nickname because he's, yeah, you know. We haven't watched enough of RUUD to kind of give him a nickname. Yes, 500 likes. Come on now. What's up? Let's get a 500 likes. Come on now. Double dimples. All right. As we got a backhand from ALCARAZ, the forehand of RUUD. Backhand now. ALCARAZ to the backhand of RUUD. Into the backhand of ALCARAZ. RUUD just doing all the defending here. Now ALCARAZ in trouble. RUUD with the backhand again to the backhand of ALCARAZ, who hits it down the line. Forehand from RUUD in the net. ALCARAZ 15 love. Call him Ghost Rider? Yeah, maybe. RUUD boy? Casper loves ska music? What's ska music? RUUD should be called the Viking? Maybe. Iceman? Look, if he continues playing, you know, getting to the later part of the tournaments and we keep watching him, hell yeah. As he puts a forehand in the open court, RUUD, that's a great shot, man. That forehand is wicked. I've been saying it for months. Casper RUUD's forehand has wicked topspin. No, it's very underrated. Very underrated. Because it doesn't look like Rafa's forehand. Doesn't mean it doesn't have the same amount of spin. We shouldn't call him the cow. He is a young man, phenomenal. Well, look. Again, it's a joke. And we say it with love. As he serves an ace, ALCARAZ.
Unbelievable.
30 love. 30-15, sorry. Two aces for Alvaca. It's either that or we call him Chad. It's one or the other. There's a bit of a return there from RUUD. Is that in? No, it's wide. 40-15. Ooh. We either call him Alvaca or Chad. People who don't get the joke should just move on. Laura Savage. That's savage. All right, RUUD. Trying to keep a clean sheet, but ALCARAZ is about to get on the board. He's a cow. He doesn't like bagels. There's a bit of return now. Into the backhand of ALCARAZ. That's a drop shot. That's too good.
This is going to be on tennis.
All right, ALCARAZ settled in. Gets on the board. But RUUD's got the break, and the crowd go wild. 3-1. All right. We call him El Chato. Alvaca has a real, like... I feel it has a real, like, strong... Like, if you don't speak Spanish and you don't know what it means, it's like, yeah, Alvaca. Like, yeah. Like, it's a real, like, macho-sounding word. But if you speak Spanish, you'll know what it means. And by the way, I don't remember who came up with the nickname Alvaca. I don't know who said, like, the cow. But, man, it was funny. If you were part of that stream, God, we were in stitches. That was the most random thing I've seen in the chat ever. It is the most random of nicknames that we've given out players, you know. It is a random name. It's a Tennis Talk original. And you needed to be there. Had to be there. Had to be there. Serving out of the backhand of ALCARAZ. RUUD down the line with the backhand of his own. And ALCARAZ hits it long. 30 love. RUUD got the break early, and ALCARAZ coming out here with a bit of a slow start, which is rare to see, you know. But then again, when I think about it, actually no, he's had a pretty slow start all week. We saw him have a slow start against Tsitsipas, came back to win that set. We saw him have a slow start against Kecmanovic, was down a set. Hurkacz he was kind of going toe to toe with from the start, but yeah, ALCARAZ, look, this is becoming more of a thing. Maybe it's maybe he is a bit of a slow starter and then takes a couple of games to get into, and that's when you can get him, you know, at the start of a set. get a break early and hold on. Maybe there is something to that. But maybe we've only watched a few matches of his and making up shit. 40 love. But there is a thing. There has been a pattern. You know, he has gone down a break early in some of the matches this week. Let's get a return there from Alcaraz. It's too good.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Just a backhand winner down the line. 40-15. Nice backhand winner. Still a chance though for RUUD to get up 4-1 in this first set, and RUUD clapped his racket on that. He's like, yep, you got me. 20 minutes played, and the higher ranked player is winning. Return now from Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Backhand Alcaraz into the volley of RUUD. Half volley. Alcaraz going to put it through him, and he does. Puts it past him. And it's 40-30. RUUD, if you had to say, what's his weakness? Probably at the net. Not the greatest of volleyers. Doesn't feel as comfortable at the net than he does at the baseline. And that just showed there, because just didn't have the touch to do anything with that. 40-30. Still a chance there for RUUD to get to 4-1. As he serves a let. By the way, we're going to answer questions after this, so get the questions ready. We're going to quick fire questions, so make them short and sweet. I'm just going to blow through all the questions as quickly as possible. At the end of this game, 40-30. As we get a return there from Alcaraz, the forehand of RUUD. Backhand now Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand now RUUD again. To now the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand now from RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. RUUD gets it with a forehand inside out to the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand now RUUD down the line. Alcaraz with a slice. Gets it. Forehand now from RUUD to the forehand of Alcaraz. RUUD with a volley. Alcaraz going to get there with a lob. RUUD with a smash. Puts it in the net. Come on! Man. Again, RUUD coming to the net. It's the sketchiest part. That was the point of the match, by the way. People on their feet. Alcaraz just doing RAFA things. Just defending like RAFA. And that volley from RUUD, I mean, it was just wasn't a punch on that volley. He just kind of just got a racket to it, really, even though he should have probably hit it a little deeper. A little closer to the line. And then the smash was just a little too tough. Now we're at deuce. From 40 love to deuce. Alcaraz returns on the backhand. Backing up from RUUD down the line. Good shot. Alcaraz gets it. And oh no, RUUD lets it go! And it goes in! And that's what I'm saying. A better net player would have hit that. When you're at the net, when in doubt, hit the volley. When in doubt, hit the volley. And RUUD came in to smack, like he could have smacked the shit out of that, Will Smith style, but he let it go. He let it go and it bounced in by a mile. It wasn't even close to the line. It was inside that much. But he just doesn't have that awareness at the net. When in doubt, hit the volley. Take that to your Saturday morning tennis. Second serve. Advantage, break point. First break point of the day for Alcaraz. He was down, it was up 40 love RUUD. Now he's down break point. What the hell? Serve goes now to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from RUUD. Goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. To the forehand of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz. Goes inside out to the backhand. Slice of RUUD. Alcaraz with the forehand. Drop shot. RUUD. Oh, Alcaraz in the net. RUUD wasn't going to run for it. And he survives. Back to deuce. Yeah, schoolboy error. Yes. He can hear you, Cam? Sorry. I'm not... You can hear me. I'm yelling too much. I'm not saying that RUUD's bad at the net. But compared to like Hurkacz, for example, who's a doubles kind of guy as well, he's not as accomplished as some of the top 10. You know, I would say Medvedev is still worse. Medvedev also won a Grand Slam and he can't volley. So, hey, you don't need to be able to volley. But I would say that out of all the shots, that's his weakest shot. And he showed that in this game. But that forehand's not weak.
Unbelievable.
RUUD just goes bang, smacks it right past Alcaraz. Goes, all right, there's my topspin. How do you like that? Very nice shot. Man. That ball is vicious. Tell you what, I would love to hit with Casper RUUD and just hit forehands. I just want to feel that forehand digging into the court and then compare it to like RAFA forehand. Like that's what I would love to see. I want to see the comparisons. As we have a forehand now into the open court and RUUD survives.
Unbelievable.
Nice forehands coming to the rescue. And he gets out of that one 4-1. All right, questions. Let's get it.
Answer my question! The question,
Let's get it. 500 likes as well. Let's get that too. Come on now. Come on. 500. We can get there. We can get there, surely. Red shirt must be finals day. Yes, that's it. Which slam are we most likely to see Alcaraz break through? Or does it depend on the draw? Michael, it depends on the draw. But the higher his ranking, the better the draw will be. Ideally, right? He'll avoid the big boys until the last part of the tournament. Obviously the French Open, but I think the US Open. Slower courts. Alcaraz has had his best results on slower courts so far. Right? Indian Wells, he played well. Slower court. US Open last year, slower court. French Open, I reckon he'll have his best results on the slow courts. He's got clay court titles, slow courts, right? Did you watch any of Coach K's last game? No, I haven't watched any of the March Madness at all. I've been watching too much tennis. Ken's looking like a rude boy because they love to dress in plaid and listen to... I don't know what that music is. What's SKA music? I don't understand. Will seems to have a huge nose ring. What? I'm so confused. What? Who that? What? Where do you see Alcaraz in the next 5 years? Probably top 10 guys with a Grand Slam. Minimum. 1. No worries. Dutchy, welcome, welcome. Marty Boss Tones, what? I listen to Nirvana. And grunge, right? That's the plaid shirt. I'm grunge. Cam, if you could coach one WTA and ATP player, who would it be? Rafa and Serena, because I wouldn't have to do anything. I'd just let them do their thing, and I'd just be like, yep, cool. Thanks for winning. I wouldn't have to do any work. That's a correct answer, correct? Don't call me Shirley. Okay. I won't. 15 love. Alcaraz gets the first point. Oh, come on now. We're only 12 away. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We can get it. Let's get it. 500. Oh, shit. We got to that. That's crazy. Thanks to everyone joining us. 15 love here as we got a return that's off a fault. 27 minutes in. Now, I think we all can agree that RUUD has to win the first set if he's going to win this match. If he lost the first set, I think Alcaraz would have... Or if he loses the first set, I think Alcaraz would probably win this in straights, unless RUUD fought back in the second. But I think the first set is crucial, more crucial for RUUD. By the way, talking to topspin, RUUD's got 91 mile-an-hour average speed on the topspin forehand. I mean, that is big. Kind of shows me that he's not hitting with that much topspin. Because if you're hitting it harder or flatter, you're going to get more power. Alcaraz comes in, hits a volley at 30-15. But at the end of this set, there's a stat, if you're watching Tennis TV, maybe not on Tennis Channel, but on Tennis TV, they show a stat of revolutions on the shots, on the ball, for the forehand and the backhand. I want to see what those look like. And see who's hitting the more... Because if RUUD's hitting with less topspin than Alcaraz, it shows that he's being more aggressive, and it shows that he's hitting things a little flatter. And that's a big deal. 40-15. Means that he's going away from his natural game. And so far, it's working. 40-15. As Alcaraz serves a fault. Second serve. Alcaraz goes to the forehand of RUUD, and RUUD hits it wide. All right, Alcaraz, good little game there to get. It's 4-2 to RUUD. I'm certainly shocked that Alcaraz is losing the set. Yeah, actually. He's not that far behind, though. He isn't far behind. JG, I do know that is a joke. Which is why I made a joke out of the joke. But I do know what that means, yes. Cam looks good in the shirt with the stubble. Tell that to my ex-wife. Second serve now for RUUD. He puts that one in the net. As RUUD serves. Into the backhand of Alcaraz, who dumps that in the net. That was not good. 15 love. I wonder if having Juan Carlos Ferrero there at the moment is a little bit of a, I wouldn't say a hindrance, but a little bit more pressure. Is that your main coach is there and you don't want to let him down. He's come all this way. We know that Juan Carlos Ferrero, his dad passed away. He went back to Spain to mourn. He's come back for the final, and you don't want to let him down. I mean, maybe it's a bit of a distraction early. Maybe. More pressure, I guess. There's been a forehand that goes in the net from RUUD, and it's 15-all. RUUD's just got to keep his head. If he starts to get frustrated, I think Alcaraz is going to pounce. But I think you guys, I mean, if you play tennis, and your girlfriends ever come watch you play tennis, you don't want to look, or your family comes watch you play tennis. When I used to play tennis, when we played the finals, people, like friends and family, would show up to watch. And you'd feel a little bit more pressure because it's like they made the effort to come watch you. You don't want to let them down, and maybe that's a thing. I'd always have the opposite. I'd always see someone else's family and friends, and I just want to destroy them. Is that bad? I'm too competitive. Anyways, backhand into the forehand, and I've told that story before. Into the forehand now of Alcaraz. Backhander from RUUD is out. It's 15-30. If I'd see like a group of people watching the guy I was playing, I'd be like, all right. I'm like a Van Lendl, right? The people cheering against me, I'm like, all right, I'm going to show you guys that you wasted your time tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm too much. Maybe I'm too competitive. 15-30. That was my favorite part about playing tennis. I was like, all right. Especially if my opponent wasn't the friendliest person. There was one guy in particular who was really just a nasty person. Brought all his family and friends to a match, and I'm like, I'm going to destroy you. And I did. I think he broke a racket. So that was a win. Alcaraz, by the way, wins a ridiculous point.
This is going to be on Tennis TV.
God bless Romania. Mostly Nico, but also Halep.
Thank you, Brendan, for the donation. Alcaraz now has 2 breakback points. The last few games, Alcaraz has done very, very well to get into the RUUD serves. Is it just me who does that? Or surely someone else in the chat does that too, right? It's just called being competitive. Maybe too competitive, but still. Tennis is a game and only one can win. 15-40. Chance here for Alcaraz. Second serve, RUUD. Uh-oh. RUUD's winning a lot of second serve points, to be fair, but man, Alcaraz is going to have a crack at this one, you'd expect. Second serve, RUUD. Goes in the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. That goes in the net. 30-40. RUUD saves 1. Crowd are definitely on Alcaraz's side. I mean, it's not even close. It is not even close. Not even close. There's that blonde again. I wasn't watching. 30-40. Serve down the tee, the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of RUUD, who shanks it, and it goes out! We're back on serve, baby! 4-3. It just felt it was a matter of time before Alcaraz was going to break back. The last game showed it. This game, he gets it. Back on serve. 4-3.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
I think I perform best when there is a crowd against me. Yeah.
Do you think you could beat Osaka, you god?
No, Brendan. Of course not. She's a Grand Slam champion, world number 1. I don't think I'd... I couldn't beat her. No. Thanks for the donation. Rude's being too polite, not rude. What is this question? What is the question? True. What is the question? That is the question. I'm sorry, Cam, but if Alcaraz can't beat Rude, he's not going to be the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest of all... Cam getting paid to be called a god. Well, Your mum calls me more things, and I do that for free. That was an easy one. That was just like, you just gave me the layup, mate. You just gave me a layup. Don't even... Ugh, mate. Do you think that the AO final had a negative effect on Medvedev's form? No. 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 I think he's... well, he's played injured this week. But... No, I think... He got to, you know, he got to the Acapulco semi-finals. And you know, Indian Wells, Miami. So he's played 3 tournaments since the Australian Open. So I don't think it's affected his form. Played this injured. And then, of course, Indian Wells, he hasn't played well there before. So, yeah, look, I don't think it's affected Medvedev's form. We need to all learn Spanish. Maybe. All right, Alcaraz is back. There's a bit of return there to the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand out from Rude. And Alcaraz puts down the volley. 15 love. A lot of Spanish flags are flying now. $15 love. The chat's... Jeez, the chat's been savage with the mum jokes. Anyways, return now to the volley of Alcaraz. That's too good again. Man, Alcaraz is definitely comfortable now. He was maybe a little nervous.
Believe in yourself. You are our hero and God.
Thank you, Brendan, for the nice words. As with a serve volley, I mean, that's just clean from Alcaraz. 30 love. Alcaraz with a serve. Down the tee, it's a fault. Second serve. The ball has got something wrong with it. Which is funny because it's a new ball, so I don't know what would be wrong with it. They're all shit. He's like, nah, this one sucks, this one sucks. That's weird because they just changed they just had new balls, so it's weird that one would be a dud. 30 love. The second serve.
Your mother is a sweet woman. Bless her soul.
Brendan, she is. I actually saw my parents yesterday. First serve, Alcaraz. Rude showing sportsmanship towards Alcaraz, and the crowd love it. Good on him. Look, he might be called rude, but he's not that. 30 love. Alcaraz with the first serve. Didn't need to do that, Rude. I mean, he just didn't need to do that, but didn't matter because he hit a double, he hit a fault anyway. But great to see that sportsmanship. I like the beef, you guys know that, but I also like when these wholesome moments. As we had a forehand rally, now to the backhand of Rude. Alcaraz in control as he hits a drop shot. Rude's running with a backhand. Cross-court winner, too good. Alcaraz just absolutely gave that away. He's like, I'm going to do a drop shot. He's like, and Rude started running already. He's like, yeah, I know you are. I'm already at the net. 30-15. All right, 30-15, 40 minutes into this one. Gonna let. First serve again. If you're just joining us, Rude was up 4-1. Alcaraz broke back. And now we have a match. As Alcaraz comes in with a swinging volley winner.
Unbelievable.
It's a modern day serve volley. Big serve. Swinging volley. Swinging volleys are not easy, by the way. If you've ever tried to hit one, it's probably gone over the fence like me, but they're not easy to hit. The timing. If you miss hit it, it looks bad. It doesn't work. It looks terrible. You can't shank a swinging volley and make it look any good. 40-15. As we had a second serve. Sorry, first serve that goes out. Second serve. Alcaraz. Double faults, 40-30. Someone asked what was the sportsmanship. So what happened was Alcaraz went to serve. He missed his first serve. And then the second serve, the ball that he was going to use for the second serve was a dud. It was either flat or it had a crack in it or something. And he gave it to the umpire and went to serve and with a different ball. And Ruud's like, does he get a first serve? And the umpire's like, no, it's a second serve. And Ruud's like, well, no, give him a first serve again. He didn't need to do that. I mean, it wasn't like, you know, there wasn't any reason to do that, but just good sportsmanship to be like, hey, you know, that messed up your routine, you know, go again. 40-30 as we got a backhand rally from Ruud now to the forehand of Alcaraz, into the backhand of Ruud, backhand now Alcaraz, down the line, Ruud on the stretch, can't get it. Alcaraz too good. 4-4, first set. 4-all. Alcaraz is back. Slow start, but he's back. Okay. Heading for a tiebreak. This game's massive for Ruud. You know, the last couple of service games, he's been under pressure. He needs to get this one and just feel like he's, you know, a little bit more in control because the last, you know, 3 games have gone to Alcaraz and Ruud's serving hasn't been great. That's a good serve, though. Forehand out from Ruud in the open court. Backhand Alcaraz is down the line, but it's out. 15 love. Ruud coming to the net is always... If he doesn't come in on the good shot, you're always worried for Ruud. $15 love. Must-win game here for Ruud. This is a big game. Just to feel like he's in control again. As he served volleys, Ruud, and the volley doesn't need to be hit. Alcaraz hits it out. 30 love. $30 love. As Ruud tries to get this game, get that lead back. He serves out wide. He comes back. Backing out from Ruud is a half volley. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand out from Ruud.
I got 2K on Ruud plus 1.5. This is not good.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on that one. Thank you again, Brendan. As we had a slice there from Alcaraz. Drop shot. Ruud comes to the net but puts it in the net. And it's 30-15. 2K on Ruud plus plus 1.5. Well, I mean, look, it's a close match, so that's good, right? I mean, he would have rather him won this set the way he was going about it, right? 4-1 up, and a 6-1 set would have gone a long way. But hey, Ruud's still, still trying to get into this one. Oh, trying to get that lead again, and he gets a good serve, 40-15. By the way, Ruud has hit no aces, so whoever put the money on the aces, hopefully he's saving them for the tiebreak or something. I don't. It would have been tough to bet the under, though, on that. I would have found it hard to bet the under as well. Always bet the over. We are part of the overs club on this channel. If you know, you know. Only legends will understand. 5-4. Good game there from Ruud, and he puts the pressure back on Alcaraz to get in to a 5-all situation.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Seems like a low-level match. Alcaraz is going to fire it up soon. It's not a low-level match. It's definitely high level. Couple of errors here and there, but they've been like, it's good. It's not a boring match by any stands. Wish I could see Alcaraz versus 18-year-old Rafa. Yeah. Yeah, and Ruud hits very heavy hitter. That's it. The Overs Club, Greg. Yeah, that's it, Greg's. Hashtag the Overs Club. I had a parlay yesterday with a few sports. Australian sports. And one of the teams that I picked in my parlay lost by 1 point. 1 friggin' point. And that was the easiest one. The other ones were, I picked the over for a game, which they smacked. The over was like 160 points. And they got like 200 points. It was ridiculous. I was, by three-quarter time, I'd had the over. But man, that one game with the 1 point loss, I was like, could have made myself a little bit of pocket money. I didn't come up with cow, but I did come up with the man cow. Yeah, Sean, I think you were a part of the, well, you were obviously there, if you remember that. Can't remember who actually said the word the cow. We'll have to go back and watch the tape. Why is Alcaraz called the new Nadal? Because he's Spanish, and he plays with a Nadal-like intensity on every point, which is, and fearless, which is what Rafa did. I had Melbourne and the Eels. Well, I had Geelong, Hawthorn, and then the St Kilda Tigers match. I had the over. It was like 160 points, and by quarter time, it was like they'd made 70 points already. So it was that friggin' Hawthorn match that got me. But I also had some bets on. I had Saints. I think I had Saints at plus -6 or something, which got up. And I had Fremantle over West Coast. But then I had I also had Freo West Coast to be 15 points, or like one team to win by 15 or less. And that was like a 50-point blowout. So, yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't care about what they were saying.
Hey, thank you, Roy, for the 5. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. And, yeah, Yonex players, RUUD, Wawrinka, Nishikori is not. Hurkacz is. But, yeah, Nishikori's Uniqlo. Love 15 here. RUUD's got the first point. Let's get back to it as we get a forehand out from Alcaraz. That goes into the forehand of RUUD. Alcaraz with another forehand. Going down the line to the backhand of RUUD. Sliced. Up goes a lob. Alcaraz with a smash. Puts it away. Come on! Risky smash, but this kid knows how to do it. 15-all. By the way, for the last 5 minutes of me saying Australian football teams, you guys are probably thinking, what is all of what the hell is Tigers and Saints and Cats? What's a Geelong? You know, like it's Australian rules football. It is epic, and if you don't know, you got to go Google it. It's so good. You'll love it. Probably the most brutal sport on earth. It's like American football and soccer without the American football without the padding. It's like rugby, but more brutal. The hits are heavier. Rugby is tackles. This is like it's it's brutal. Anyways, back in now from Alcaraz is a passing shot. Alcaraz makes it good.
Unbelievable.
And RUUD with the volley. Tried to do something fancy. Couldn't do it. 30-15. Go Carlton. Yeah, Jenny. My cousin goes for Carlton. He's having a great time. I'm happy for Carlton. I'm glad they're doing well. My cousin was... he sent me a text yesterday after the match, after they won. And he's like, it's 2020 blue, baby. I was like, that's a good one. 2020 blue. 30-15 as we get a backhand now from RUUD. Alcaraz with a drop shot. RUUD gets it with time to spare and puts away the drop shot himself.
This is gonna be on tennis TV, bro.
Anticipation, underrated skill. RUUD's got it in spades. 30-all. This is danger now for Alvaca. I bet Australian teams all the time. It is brutal, yeah. It's a great game, though. I love it. Australian rules football is my favorite game outside of tennis. It's so much fun. So intense. 30-all. Fault there from Alcaraz. Second serve. Almost an hour played here. Second serve, Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz into the forehand of RUUD. Alcaraz in control here as he comes to the net. RUUD with the pass. Is a... Whoa!
This is gonna be on tennis TV,
just
bro.
goes long. Oh, RUUD had a look. And it just goes long. Even Alcaraz is like, whew. That was lucky. That was lucky. 40-30. Man. That could have been a lot more dangerous. Alcaraz, not a bad approach, but RUUD almost made the impossible. 40-30. Serve down the tee. Is an ace.
Unbelievable.
RUUD let it go and it was in. And we're at 5-all in the first set. Now this set becomes even more crucial for RUUD. That he had the lead, he lost the lead. This is a must-win set for RUUD now, you think. Mentally as well. I used to watch that one with my in-laws who were from Melbourne. He'd pound all the domestic American beers and call them waters. Your in-laws sound like proper Aussies. What team let me guess. Was he a Magpie supporter or a Richmond supporter? Because that sounds like one of those supporters. Sounds like something they would say. Who did he go for? Do you remember? What team he was following? As we're going to slice there, forehand from Alcaraz into the forehand of RUUD. And RUUD hits it long. Love 15. Australian women won the ICC World Cup. Congrats to the ladies. Of course we did. We're Australian. We win everything. Greatest sporting country on earth. What do you expect? Especially cricket. We're the best at that. We win all the sports, all the cricket stuff. Apparently. I hope. We just don't win soccer, but we don't even play soccer. So, but if we tried, we'd probably win the World Cup. We just don't try. Because we just don't care. We don't need everything. Return now goes in the net from Alcaraz at 15-all. I mean, look, Australians, I don't want to be like that guy, but well, Australians are so good that we're so good that we retire halfway through our careers because we're just too good. We're just too good. Oh, that's definitely not true. I do miss Barty. 15-all. There's been a return there from Alcaraz into the forehand of RUUD. Forehand again from RUUD going into the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of RUUD, who hits it wide. 15-30. Uh-oh. 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 This is getting dangerous now for RUUD. No one gets it past Alcaraz. Yeah. Does Barty have an injury? No, Barty is retired. She's retired. 15-30. Chance for Alcaraz to maybe get the break here. Return there from Alcaraz to the slice of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz. Down to the forehand of RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Who hits a winner!
This is going to be on TV.
And Alcaraz nods his head and he goes, "You're goddamn right. That's what I can do. That's what I can do." And that's why Alcaraz is a Chad. He's just got that swagger. The BD energy. If you know, you know. And he just hit that forehand and he's like, yeah. It's just another Sunday for me. 15-40. Very dangerous times now for RUUD. Serve out wide of the forehand of Alcaraz, and that goes out. Good serve from RUUD. 30-40. $53 minutes played. Still a break point here for Alcaraz to get the lead. As he serves. RUUD to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD into the forehand of Alcaraz. To the forehand of RUUD, who hits it out! Alcaraz breaks. Alcaraz breaks. It feels like that Tsitsipas match where Tsitsipas got off to a good start, but you never felt like Alcaraz was really under pressure. And now he's up 6-5. He served for the first set. This is all going wrong for RUUD. Now let's answer questions.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Okay. Called it, says Chris. Yeah, mate. Don't like this kid's attitude already. Well, you don't like Alcaraz's attitude? I love it. I think it's great. You know, you got to get a kid that's like struts around the court and like, you know, he's good and he knows it. I mean, that's fine by me. Cam, you're rubbing off on me on Facebook last night. I found myself saying good on ya. Yeah, look, I'm telling everyone, if you watch these matches enough with me, you'll start speaking Australian. What does Ruud do now? Hope that Alcaraz plays a bad game. I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. Carlos can feel the pressure. I think so. Maybe he won't be able to finish the set now. I don't know. This kid's been looking a lot better in the second half of this set. Is Ruud now... I missed that one. His attitude is that he can win. Next gen attitude is like, I'll try. Yep. He's good and he knows it. And that's, like, you know, you've got like... There's a big difference between arrogance and confidence, right? Arrogance, I think people like Zverev, a lot of people say this about Zverev, that he is more like an arrogant player than a confidence player. Alcaraz is confident. He ain't arrogant. He's confident. And when you hit shots like that and you nod your head and you're like, yeah, that's right. Gotta love that. You gotta love that energy. That's what tennis needs. We don't need all these humble, like, you know, that's not, you know, we need different. He's a character. I think that's why people like him so much. Because he's different to everyone else. Because he's confident. He's not like, oh, well, I got a little lucky today. No, he's like, goddamn right I won. You know? Played great. Deal with it. Love 15. He shanks that one, though. What is Ruud not doing? It's not that he's not doing anything wrong. It's just that Alcaraz is lifted and Ruud was... I mean, Alcaraz was shaky at the start. Remember at the start of the set, forehands in the net, just terrible shots. And Alcaraz-like shots, you know, in that first part of the set. And then he started to settle down and Ruud was... You know, now Alcaraz is playing like himself. And Ruud is just holding on. There's a bit of a return now to the forehand of Alcaraz. That's a drop shot. That's too good.
Unbelievable.
30-15. So yeah, it's not so much what Ruud is not doing right. He's doing everything he can. It's just that Alcaraz has gone from shaky start to the guy that's been, you know, beating everyone except for Rafa. Nice little drop shot there, and it looks better in slow motion. 2 points away from the first set. Serve and volley now as Ruud hits it wide. Alcaraz got set points. He's won 6 of the last 7 games. It's a slow start from Alcaraz, but we've seen that already this week against Tsitsipas. In fact, same scoreline. 40-15. Set point Alcaraz. He serves a fault. Second serve. Alcaraz goes into the backhand of Ruud. Backhand Alcaraz. The backhand of Ruud. Alcaraz comes in there with a volley. And it goes out. Ruud survives. 40-30. Still a chance to take the set. Now remember the game that Ruud broke Alcaraz in this set. That game was a very poor game from Alcaraz. So Ruud didn't break him. Alcaraz broke himself. And then got it back pretty quickly. So that was the difference. Serve now to the forehand of Ruud. That goes back to the backhand of Alcaraz. A drop shot. Ruud's going to get with the forehand, and that's going to be a winner.
This is going to be on tennis TV, bro.
Wow, Ruud did well there to hit that one. That was a tough shot. And we're back at deuce. So yeah, that game that he broke, 4 errors from Alcaraz, which is very rare. And Ruud got his, capitalized, but problem was he just couldn't hold on to his own serve. As Alcaraz started to lift. But a chance here for Ruud maybe to get a tiebreak. It'll be interesting to see if that happens. As Alcaraz serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the forehand now of Ruud. Forehand now of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Ruud. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz. And that goes out. Alcaraz shanked it. All right, break point now for RUUD to get to the tiebreak. I didn't see this coming. Now Alcaraz sort of gave away this game. I mean, RUUD played one really good shot, but a couple of errors from Alcaraz, and he's in trouble now. RUUD to get the break back as he serves now. Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Up goes the lob, but it's going to go wide. Another good serve.
Unbelievable.
Another great serve, and the crowd go crazy. Deuce. If you're just joining us, 2 set points Alcaraz has had. Saved them by... RUUD saved them both. But now... Alcaraz just saved a break point. He serves now Alcaraz. Into the forehand slice of RUUD. Forehand now Alcaraz. Into the backhand of RUUD, who hits it to the volley of Alcaraz, who just puts it away. I mean, that was just too easy. First serve, big forehand, easy volley. I mean, that's just textbook tactics. Third set point for Carlos Alcaraz. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. Also, like the video if you haven't already. We've covered this tournament more than ever before, so if you've just joined us, maybe this is the final time. There's a bit of serve there, a volley return from Alcaraz. He smashes it away and he yells, and he takes the first set 7-5. The first serve came to the rescue and he gets the set. Yeah, if you're joining us, maybe you've been here a couple of times and you're wondering, you haven't subscribed yet, go subscribe. We'll be covering Monte Carlo in a couple of weeks. Madrid, Rome, French Open, Wimbledon, all the big tournaments. 1 hour played, by the way, 7-5. So yeah, so if you like tennis, we've got you covered. All right, let's go through the stats. 18 winners from Alcaraz, 15 unforced errors, but a lot of those errors were at the start of the set, especially the forehand errors, 10 of them. But most of those were at the start of the set when he went down in the first 5-6 games. 7 winners from RUUD, 9 unforced errors, but look, RUUD's not going to be hitting too many winners because that's just not how he, he's more of a baseline grinder, a bit of a counter puncher at times, but I would say, that's not surprised that he hasn't hit that many winners. Now, having a look at the spin on the ball, I mean, RUUD's hitting 77% of topspin on the ball. Where's that stat that shows the revolutions? Is that not even on there anymore? Let's get to 1,000 likes. Yeah, let's get to 1,000 likes. Come on. It's been a great final so far. Alcaraz 1 set away from recreating history. What's the puppy doing in the corner? What? What's going on? Alcaraz has literally been donating money to people in these first sets. What do you mean by donating money? Will we stream Houston? Maybe. It depends on how... Depends. Depends on who plays and what happens and all that stuff. Can we see Kyrgios versus RUUD in Houston? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Wanda. Yeah, the puppy shows up when someone subscribes. So if you subscribe, the dog shows up. Okay. Can RUUD fight back? I said that I think the first set is crucial for RUUD. If he doesn't win the first set, it's going to find it very difficult. Kind of like yesterday with Swiatek. We all know that Rafa has a connection to both these players. Iga yesterday and obviously Alcaraz as well. But the thing they do the best is when they get a lead, they run away with it. So let's see if Alcaraz will do that or if RUUD can make something of this. Rafa and Alcaraz have made me not miss Djokovic. Fair enough. He's donating money because he goes down and you can bet him at crazy underdog prices. Oh, okay. Is that what you mean? He goes down 4-1 and then you bet on him and then he comes back. Hey, yeah, fair enough. 'How old's RUUD? 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. 23. Return now to the backhand of RUUD, who hits it out. 15-all. How did Brett tune in for WTA finals, but he's not here for the men's final? No, he was here. I think. Hoping for a third set. We deserve one after yesterday's one-sided final. Look, we hope so, right? We always hope for 3 sets, get our money's worth, but I just don't think Alcaraz is going to let RUUD back into this match. As that goes out from RUUD, 15-30. The first set was a huge set for RUUD, and he had the lead, he lost it, and now that Alcaraz has a set in his pocket, he can just do whatever the hell he wants. This dude can play left-handed if he wants to for a bit, because he's just that far. He's just got that much confidence. How many match streak will Iga have, do you think? I think she'll probably get to 20, minimum. I think she'll get to 20. You know, if she plays a tournament and she plays, you know, wins 3 matches, gets to 20. 20-0, I think she'll do what Rafa did. Don't know if she'll get more. As Alcaraz hits that forehand out, and it's 30-all. If RUUD gets broken now, he's done for. Yeah, it's going to be tough. The only game that RUUD has had chances in was the ones where Alcaraz let him have chances. When did I start this channel? 2018. All right, 30-all, RUUD. Hits an ace! We haven't seen that all day. Just 4 more and he gets the over. 40-30. One hour, 6 minutes played. First ace of the day for RUUD. To get on the board first. RUUD serves the forehand of Alcaraz, who hits a return winner.
Come on!
Going to find it hard for RUUD to... I'm finding it hard for RUUD to... What strategy he can put in place, because he can't get free points on serve. You know... That's going to be... And he's not hitting the ball through Alcaraz like what Kecmanovic was doing, so... I don't know. I'm finding it hard to figure out how RUUD gets back here. Unless Alcaraz completely loses the plot. That's the only way I could see it happening, and I don't think that's happening. Serve now to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD is wide!
Unbelievable.
And it's break point again, Alcaraz. I just don't think RUUD has the... He just doesn't have the weapons to beat Alcaraz at his best. And Alcaraz right now is at his... Almost at his best, you'd have to say. Definitely best for the match, as we got a return now from Alcaraz to the forehand of RUUD. Back in now, Alcaraz is a pass. RUUD with a volley. That's too good.
Come on!
Alcaraz didn't really go for the pass. He just kind of gave RUUD the volley, and RUUD put it away. Back at deuce. His first game is super important for RUUD. He needs it. Yeah. He does. He does. Back to deuce. RUUD comes in with a serve. Down the tier, the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand now RUUD. Again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand to backhand. As Alcaraz goes down the line. Forehand now from RUUD again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Drop shot. RUUD's going to get there with a forehand down the line. Alcaraz with a lob. RUUD with a smash. But it goes out from Alcaraz. Doesn't need to hit the smash. Advantage RUUD. Neither strategy do with champion. This is out and out Alcaraz show. Yeah. I can't even think of a way that RUUD comes back unless Alcaraz drops his level. I just don't think Alcaraz has got... RUUD has got the weapons. How many subscriptions did you have before the season? I don't remember, Natalia. I think like 55,000, so... A lot less than now. Serve out wide from RUUD. Good serve. Terrible volley. And Alcaraz puts it past him. I mean, RUUD hit a really good serve, but he just doesn't have the hands at the net. Back to deuce. Alcaraz is, yeah, definitely in control for sure. And this first game is crucial for RUUD if he's going to try and mount a comeback. Man, I'm finding it tough to see how RUUD does that. As he serves a fault. The second serve. As RUUD serves to the backhand of ALCARAZ. Backhand of Nadal. Oh, so Nadal. Backhand of RUUD. Someone said Nadal in the chat. I'm getting confused. It's 4:20 in the morning. Advantage ALCARAZ as RUUD hit it wide. 1 hour and 10 minutes played. And for the best part of the last, I don't know, 45 minutes, it's been all ALCARAZ. And RUUD's just hanging on at this stage. There's been no easy games for Casper RUUD. As he serves a fault.
Can't buy a first serve.
Second serve. RUUD serves to the backhand of ALCARAZ. Backhand now RUUD. Into the forehand of ALCARAZ. Into the forehand of RUUD. ALCARAZ with a volley. ALCARAZ puts it in the net. Man, he got a little too fancy on that one. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. By the way, thank you Varun, who's come back for a 6-month. And you've upgraded to the champ membership. Thank you so much for Varun. Appreciate that, man. Welcome back for another few months. Or another month. 7.5 minutes this game. It's very important for RUUD. Second serve. As RUUD serves into the forehand of ALCARAZ. Backhand now RUUD. Into the backhand of ALCARAZ. RUUD with a volley. ALCARAZ can get there with a forehand. Puts it down the line for a winner.
Unbelievable.
Again, RUUD of the net is not the strategy. If you're Casper RUUD. That's not where you want to be. Advantage ALCARAZ to take the first break. Third break point of the game. This is, I mean, look at the pressure on RUUD's serve. You can see there a lot of break points against RUUD. That's because he's been holding on as he serves a fault. Second serve. Break point. Second serve to the backhand of ALCARAZ. Good return. RUUD with a slice. ALCARAZ with the forehand. RUUD going to get there, but it goes into the slice of ALCARAZ. RUUD gets that one somehow. ALCARAZ puts up a lob, and it's too good. That's the chess player in ALCARAZ. Too good. Anyone else would have hit a winner down the line as hard as possible. He just went with a little loopy lob. And he gets the winner either way. And he breaks 1-love. In the second. All right. Those volleys from RUUD are disastrous. Yeah, it's just not his. It's not his best shot. You know, I don't think he needs to improve his volleys. Like they're good enough, but they're not like he doesn't want to hit volleys. Like, you know, his strength is a baseline, so he doesn't want to. There's no point in him trying to get better at volleys because he's going to come to the net like every now and again. You know, and he's got a solid volley. He's just playing against a guy who has a very wicked pass. And it's hard to kind of control a ball that's coming that fast at you. You know? Carlos doing Carlos things? Yeah. I read a lot about Carlos being a baby Rafa. Come on, let's respect the GOAT. Yeah, and I think putting the expectations on ALCARAZ is crazy. I mean, look at... Whatever happened to Baby Fed? Didn't even get to a slam final, so I don't think Baby Rafa is the greatest nickname. All right, 15 love as we got a return now from ALCARAZ. Slice there in the net, 30 love. RUUD in trouble. Yeah, Carlos has been tactically good so far. Yeah, he's just so smart. Like, his tennis IQ is just off the charts. Like, he plays... Like, he does things that, you know, like most players don't do. Like, most players would have smacked returns and... He lobs the ball and he does all kind of... He just plays smart. You know, he doesn't play... He plays aggressive when he has to. But he sets up points. You know, he does a drop shot to know that he's going to do a lob. Like, he's 2 or 3 shots ahead before he hits it. You know, he's not about just hitting, you know, no, he's not just reacting. The best example of someone who just reacts is Rublev, right? Rublev is someone who just reacts to the shot that comes at them. And usually the reaction is, I'm going to hit the ball as hard as I can. Alcaraz is totally different. He hits a drop shot because he knows the player's going to come in, then he hits a lob. That's chess, right? If you ever play chess, you make moves to then set up the move that's 3 shots ahead or three moves ahead. That is what Alcaraz is. He's a chess player. There's Rublev, and I know I'm picking on Rublev, but he's the best example of someone who's not a chess player. They're the two differences. Then most players fit in the middle. But Alcaraz is definitely one of the smarter ones. There's a bit of return now at 2-love, Alcaraz. Forehand now from Alcaraz goes in the forehand of RUUD, into the forehand of Alcaraz, to the backhand of RUUD. That goes into the doubles alley, and that's love 15. I mean, look, to say this is a must-win game for RUUD is an understatement. He needs to win this game, otherwise he's not going to win this, even come close in this final. By the way, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you haven't already. We're almost at 1,000. Come on, we can get to 1,000. Come on, we can get to 1,000. Love 15. RUUD with the serve. With the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand RUUD down the line is wide. Now RUUD's trying to be a little too aggressive. He's making a lot of errors by trying to be a little... He's trying to play a little bit too close to the lines. Trying to be a little bit more like Alcaraz is. Which is good to see that he's changing it up. He's trying something different, but... The execution is not there, and it's not natural for RUUD to try and go for those kind of winners. It's not his game. It's playing outside of himself. It's not working. Love 30, that's a good serve. Return in the net from Alcaraz. And like I said in the first set, the reason Alcaraz was down was not because RUUD was playing amazing. It was because Alcaraz was playing bad. And it's hard to play against someone that... it's hard to beat someone who, when everything's on that person's, that person is in control of everything. The reason why RUUD was up 4-1 was because of Alcaraz, not because of RUUD, and that's dangerous. RUUD hits a lovely drop shot there. Alcaraz hits it wide, 30-all. Because now you've got to rely on your opponent playing bad again to get back in this match, and I don't think Alcaraz is going to go backwards. He's not going backwards. He's only getting better as this match goes on, so... I don't know how RUUD gets back unless Alcaraz plays bad. Yeah, he settled in, for sure. And by the way, RUUD has won 1 game since being up 4-1. And that just shows how dominant Alcaraz has been lately. And now he's got another chance to get a double break. Second serve, 30-all. Serve. RUUD into the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD. Into the forehand slice of Alcaraz. RUUD with the forehand again. Going down the line. Alcaraz gets it with a forehand of his own. Forehand from RUUD on the stretch. Hits it out. 30-40. And even when RUUD hits a good shot, Alcaraz hits a better shot. And RUUD hit a pretty good forehand there, and Alcaraz made it look bad by just smacking a cross-court return. 30-40. Alcaraz with the clenched fists going, let's get it. Let's get it. Break points again. Take the 3-love lead in the second. RUUD serves. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD. Goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. To the forehand of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz on the stretch. Is going to be a winner! Oh, get out of here with that! Get the hell out of here with that! This kid is ridiculous! Ridiculous! That's what Rafa did! if you remember 2005, that's what Rafa did. That's where the comparisons come from. Because Rafa does that. He does things that we don't even know how the hell did he do that? That's what Rafa used to do. Things that nobody could understand. Made us all look like idiots. We're like, how do you do that? Whereas the guys these days, we know how they do things. Alcaraz does things that people don't understand. He's speaking a different tennis language. All right.
Answer my question! The question,
Let's answer
jerk!
questions. All right. How did RUUD beat Medi? When? He beat Zverev this week. That's because mainly because Zverev was sick, but also because, mainly because Zverev was sick. That helped a lot. Smelling a bagel? Whoa, yeah, the bakery is open. Okay. Can Carlos beat Novak on clay? Let's see it. Monte Carlo. Tennis gods. Give us Alcaraz Djokovic. Let's get it. Let's get it happening. Monte Carlo. It'll be like a quarterfinal if it happens, because those guys will meet pretty early. I think if he plays Djokovic at Monte Carlo, he can beat Djokovic, because Djokovic would have only played one. If they play in the quarterfinals, for example, it means that Djokovic has won one match to make the quarters, and one match is probably not enough for Djokovic to feel comfortable, especially against this guy who's been dominating in Djokovic's absence. Like this kid's been on while Djokovic has been off. Crazy. Finally, Norway will come back. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for Djokovic to come back. You know, he's played like what, 3 matches in 3 months. It'd be good to have Norway back, because I feel like a lot of questions have been right? We're like, well, all of these things have been happening, but the best player on the planet hasn't played. You know, Nadal's streak, 20 win streak, the rise of Alcaraz. You know, all these things have been going on in the absence of Djokovic. It's like, okay, what happens when the best player on the planet comes back? How's he going to fit into this mix of this 2022 new kind of generation of player, right? I'd love to see Alcaraz Djokovic first, especially at the French. At the Monte Carlo. We get that match like in Monte Carlo, see how it looks. Then we might get it later in the season or later in the clay court season, and then we have it at the French. I mean, I would love to see that. Because Djokovic is like, he ain't ready to give away he ain't ready to pass it to the kids net.
Unbelievable. I don't care about what I was saying.
If Alcaraz wins, he will be the 3rd youngest winner of the 1000 Master Series tournament. Thank you,
Marina, for that. Yeah, we talked about that the other day. I know Rafa was the 2nd youngest. I can't remember who was the youngest, though. It was was it Michael Chang that was the youngest? By the way, RUUD just gets love 40 by hitting some really good shots. Kind of out of nowhere. But, yeah, I think does it go Chang, won Toronto. Rafa won Monte Carlo, and then Alcaraz winning this would be the 3rd. Is that what we came to the conclusion? I know Rafa winning Monte Carlo was, because I saw that happen. Like, I watched it on TV, so... Or I watched it back in 2005, so... Didn't see the Chang win, because I don't think I was alive when that happened. Love 40. Chance for RUUD to get one of the breaks back as Alcaraz goes down the line to the forehand of RUUD. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Back in now RUUD. Into the net. For 15-40. By the way, we're almost there. Come on now. We're almost at 1,000. Let's get it. 20 to go. Come on now. This final deserves 1,000 likes. Just like yesterday's final. Serve now Alcaraz. Still down break point as he puts a forehand into the open court. And that's too good.
Unbelievable.
RUUD guessed one way. And like a goalkeeper, he dove one way. And the player hit it straight down the middle. Ah, there we go.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
There we go. Thank you, everyone, for showing the love. Appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We're going to be back the whole clay court season. We ain't going to miss a moment of that, so make sure you stick around. As we had a return there from RUUD, that goes out, and ALCARAZ saves 3 out of 3 break points. Back at deuce. And we do things a little different over here. I mean, you're probably used to hearing, tennis TV or, maybe Tennis Channel or ESPN. We do things a little different over here. We're a little bit louder. We're a little bit more raw. As that return goes in the forehand of ALCARAZ, backhand out from RUUD into the backhand of ALCARAZ, and that goes wide from ALCARAZ. Off the tape. Advantage RUUD. And the reason why is because we have the benefit of being the fans of the sport and not being the journalists of the sport. So we can say what we can kind of say and feel the emotions of, hopefully, that we're all feeling right now when it comes to tennis. So that's the difference. A little bit louder. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but also that's why we have the old style of television tennis. You can go watch that if you don't, you don't like the yelling and the screaming and the loudness. But I'm reacting to how I think we're all feeling. The raw emotions of the sport. As we get a backhand from RUUD in the net. Man, he cannot catch a break. Back to deuce. A little bit of a lapse here for ALCARAZ, though. And RUUD yelling at himself and his dad. Can't believe he missed that one. Deuce. Serve now, the forehand of RUUD. Forehand from ALCARAZ into the forehand of RUUD. Into the backhand of ALCARAZ. Backhand out from RUUD. Again to the backhand of ALCARAZ, who hits it in the net. And what did I say 5 minutes ago? Does anyone remember who was listening? What did I say 5 minutes ago? How does RUUD get back into this match? What did I say? What did I say 5 minutes ago? Who was listening? Who was listening? Advantage RUUD. 5th break point of this game. Return now from RUUD. Serve volley from ALCARAZ. Backhand now RUUD is a lob. Smash from ALCARAZ. It's too good. Thank you, Wanda. Appreciate the love. Why are you wearing glasses? Because I'm blind. I can't see. You said a lot. Okay. Yes. I said ALCARAZ making errors is what RUUD has to do. Sorry, what RUUD has to rely on. And ALCARAZ made some errors in this game, so no surprise, there's been a lot of break points. And unfortunately for RUUD, he hasn't taken advantage of the errors. And ALCARAZ hits a serve that's a fault. He wants to see the replay because it was very close. But yeah, gold stars for everyone who listened. As ALCARAZ hit that out by literally a bee's Kokonakis. Deuce, second serve. And ALCARAZ dropped his level, and that's given RUUD chances. But again, is ALCARAZ going to drop his level that much to let RUUD back in the match? We'll see. As RUUD comes in with a volley, ALCARAZ with a pass, but it goes in the net. Nice aggression there from RUUD. Advantage for Casper as he tries to get one break back. But he is down 2 breaks. 1 hour, 28 minutes played. As ALCARAZ serves. Down break point for the 6th time in the game. ALCARAZ serves again. Out wide at the backhand of RUUD. Forehand from ALCARAZ. Down the line. RUUD on the stretch gets it. ALCARAZ with a forehand. Into the forehand of RUUD. RUUD's in control here. ALCARAZ just gets that one. RUUD comes in. Forehand is a winner. Casper gets one back. He gets one back. And he wins his second game in what, like 10 games? Crazy. Or 11 games. 7-minute game, that one. But again, ALCARAZ dropped the level a little. Credit to RUUD, he broke. All right. We're starting to see patterns of the second set blowout by the winner. Or the first a lot lately, yeah. By the way, I think RUUD just asked for the trainer. I think RUUD just asked for the trainer. He went over to the umpire and he said, usually when you talk to the umpire between games, unless you're Nick Kyrgios, you're asking for the trainer. And the umpire got on the phone, so RUUD. And he was holding his side. So I wonder if he's hurt his hip or something. Or maybe he's got a side strain, maybe. 15 love, which means the serving is going to be a big pain if he has hurt his side. But we'll see what happens. Trainer will be... well, I'm assuming the trainer was called. Unless he was just asking if the dinner reservations were still available, and the umpire's like, I'll check. Yeah, can he still make dinner? Yep, cool. 15 love. Can you imagine if that was it? Can I just get a coffee? And she's like, yeah, no worries. just a latte for Mr. RUUD. 30 love. Second ace of the match for RUUD. Whoever bet the over of 5, I mean, halfway there. Needs a 3-set match, I think, to get there, but we'll see. 1 hour and 30 minutes played. As RUUD serves. Another ace! Bang, bang! I'm sorry, John Isner. Didn't realize you were playing in this final. 40 love. Oh, man. Who was it? Who put the money on the over? 40 love RUUD to make things a little more interesting, but also to sit down and see what the trainer has to say. RUUD is smacking the serve a little bit harder, which... You know what happens when you're injured? You usually go for a little more. So it does seem like he's serving a little bit harder because he is hurting maybe. And that goes out. Probably the best game RUUD's played on serve. I mean, that was the easiest game on serve. Let's have a listen. Let's have a see of what of if the trainer's coming out or if anything's happening. Yep, trainer is on court. And he says, my left hip is hurting. Okay. And he's saying that when he slides out to the left side, it hurts. So what's that? Okay, so if you have a left hip problem, right? So imagine you're serving, you toss the ball up, you're going to stretch that, right? So that's why serving is going to be a problem with the left hip. They're going to give him a medical timeout, I'm pretty sure. But also, I mean, look, if you have anything wrong with your torso, every shot's affected because you're turning and twisting and all that kind of stuff. So this is not a great injury to have. Is a left hip injury. Or at least soreness in that hip. But you notice in that last game that when RUUD was he was serving a lot bigger in that game, a couple of aces, because when you're injured, you don't want to play long rallies, so you try and hit winners a little bit earlier. Fractured hip? No, it'd be a hip strain. It would just be a strain. Can the trainer play for him? The trainer looks okay. No, I don't think that's how it works. Medical timeout for who? It's for RUUD. I don't think it's official, but it's an assessment as they're massaging the hip. Now it's a medical timeout. All right. RUUD's getting, he's on the ground, lying on the ground on his side, and the umpire, the umpire, he's just like, bang! WWE, she's like out of the chair, bang! Can you imagine? She stands up on the chair, smack! No, the trainer is doing that. That's a question.
Answer my question! The question,
oh,
jerk!
Man. Is it going to cool ALCARAZ down a little bit? Maybe. Can't wait. Can't serve well with that kind of injury. Yeah, serving is affected. I mean, just hitting forehands is affected because going out to the side, if you have an open stance forehand, you put all your weight on that left leg, and you kind of. And he was saying that the movement to the side, when you've got, for some forehands you step across your body, that's closed stance, but open stance, it'll be affecting that open stance forehand. So yeah, again, something that to think about. Bet you Carlos Bernardes would do that to Keegs. Yeah, he would. Yeah, but it's just a muscle strain. I'd say it's a muscle strain.
Kyrgios would ask to call girlfriend instead, rolling on the floor laughing phone.
Vlado, thank you for the donation. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, basically, it affects everything. It affects everything. Who got injured? It's RUUD has a hip injury. Hip injury. He's just getting stretched out right now. RUUD took the timeout. Yeah, RUUD took the timeout. RUUD took the timeout. Man, RUUD is this guy is umpire. This trainer is like really like stretching the shit out of it, making RUUD tense up a bit. They should have a medical tent like the NFL. Nah, they're fine. They don't need a medical tent. If any meds would be allowed, I'm sure they'd give him like painkillers if he needed, but he seems all right. Novak has so much variety. Moo, number 2 if he wins in the points race. Yeah, he'll be behind Rafa, right? If he wins today. We'll talk about that in the ranking show tomorrow. But RUUD's back, up again, walking back on court. But oh man, you wonder how an injured RUUD is going to do against this Alcaraz. And look, if you're Carlos Alcaraz, you are not going to let up. You know, even though he's a sportsmanship and that, but when it comes to injuries, there's no friends. Good serve there, and RUUD hits it in the net. 15-love. And the problem with a hip injury is you can't wrap it. It's not like you can wrap up, unlike a knee or you can't tape up a hip because it's like it doesn't do anything. You just have to massage it out and try and stretch it out. There's not really much you can do with it as Alcaraz hits an ace. And RUUD did hesitate when he walked outside. Walked out to the, moved to the backhand there. 30-love. I think this game, RUUD's going to be a bit cautious here because he's hurting. So he's going to be maybe a little bit more cautious. As Alcaraz serves in the forehand of RUUD. Forehand from Alcaraz. Into the backhand slice of RUUD. And that goes long. 40-love. And RUUD had a bit of momentum, and unfortunately, because of the injury, it's kind of shut. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. I reckon we can get to 81,500. I know we're a fair way off, but come on. I reckon there's 100 people out there that haven't subscribed. 40-love. Alcaraz serves another ace, and it's 4-2.
Unbelievable.
Big aces there from Alcaraz, and he gets that game in a minute. And now he makes RUUD serve, which is the more important part. Okay. Man. This is going to be tough. Tough for RUUD to come back on this one. Tough for RUUD. It's not RUUD, it's RUD. Oh, like Paul Rudd. He's hilarious. Haha. Beast mode, let's go. Yeah, RUUD's going to have to do some kind of beast mode thing as he serves there, and Alcaraz hits it in the net. It'll be a walkover? Nah. Nah, RUUD will play this out. He'll play this out. Especially when he's like 2 games away from defeat. I don't think he'll retire at 5-2. That'd be, in a final. Players retiring in a final is pretty rare. You want to. It'd be different if it was a semi-final because then you've obviously got matches to think about. And even if you win that match, are you gonna go over and play well in the final? But because of the final match and he's not playing for a week, I think he'll play it out. It'd be a bit of a shock if he retired at 5-2 and kind of robbed Alcaraz of the victory. As Alcaraz hits that one out, 30-love. Now, next week, we have 3 tournaments on next week. 4 tournaments on next week. The big one being Charleston. Also, Billie Jean King Cup qualifying is happening too. I don't know who's playing that. So maybe we'll have to check in with the BJK Cup. As RUUD serves a fault. 30-love. Romania is playing, so they're playing Poland. I don't know if Świątek's playing, though. Iga is playing. Oh, okay. Świątek might be playing Billie Jean King Cup over the weekend, so we might watch that. Badosa is playing, apparently. Fernandez or Ostapenko could be playing each other. We're back in a Kerber. Raducanu's playing Billie Jean King Cup against the Czech Republic. Okay. All right. We might have to watch Billie Jean King Cup. I don't think we've ever watched it. As Alcaraz falls over. But he gets back up. He's all right. 40-15. It's a bit of a slip there from Alcaraz. And then Charleston is the big tournament with Sabalenka, Badosa, Pliskova, all the big guns. Actually, Billie Jean King Cup is next week. Not this week. It's next week. There's a week off. Okay, between Stuttgart and... Did I mark that wrong on my calendar? I did. No, I didn't. As RUUD gets the game, 4-3. Still down a break in the second. Of course, lost the first set. And he's, of course, injured. No, okay, so Billie Jean King Cup is during Monte Carlo for the men. So there's the overlap there. So we can watch a bit of that and a bit of this and a bit of this and that and whatever. And then RUUD is actually playing in Houston next week. So if he's injured, that's not good. Who else is playing? What else is happening? And then we've got FAA, Dan Evans are playing over in Morocco. I think Dominic Thiem is playing that as well, right? Thiem and Stan, I think they're both playing in Morocco. Oh, no, they're not playing in Marrakesh because Thiem would have been seeded. Anyways. So, yeah, so the big tournament next week's probably going to be Charleston, and we watch a little bit of that maybe towards the end of the week. Have a couple of days off. It's been a big month. Billie Jean, isn't she too old to play? Yeah, well, she's not playing in her own competition, just like Rod Laver doesn't play the Laver Cup. Can Alcaraz play this year ATP Finals? If yes, is he the youngest? I think Rafa in 2005 would be younger, but I can't remember him playing in 2005 because he got injured, so I think he pulled out. So yeah, he would be probably one of the youngest to ever play it. I think Leighton was pretty young when he played it too, back in the day, so he would definitely be one of the youngest though. Can someone tell me what happened to RUUD? RUUD got a hip injury. You heard his hip, had a medical timeout, they massaged it, and that's all they can do. Yeah, that was a quick game from RUUD. RUUD's doing well on serve, but I think it's because out of necessity, because he's hurting. Was Billie Jean King playing? No, she's not playing. Who's playing? Who plays Morocco? Well, FAA is playing, but that's the biggest name. Nadal, Monte Carlo 2005, when he won, he was 2 weeks younger than Alcaraz is now. Yeah. But in the ATP Finals, well, who was the youngest ATP Finals player? Rafa didn't play in 2005, so because he got injured at the end of 2005 and pulled out of the last events. But if Alcaraz makes it to the finals and plays, he'd be one of the youngest. I mean, I can't think of anyone who would be younger off the top of my head. Okay, Alcaraz with an ace. 15 love. He's 2 games away from recreating history. Has been a return from RUUD. That goes out. 30 love. Smart games here from Alcaraz. He's not trying to blast the ball because he knows he's playing someone hurt. So he's making RUUD play tough shots, moving him out wide, which is what RUUD doesn't want to do with a bad hip. So Alcaraz, again, he's playing he's a chess player. He's smart. He's playing the smart game. He's not trying to blast the ball past an injured player. He's just playing it smart. He's making RUUD move, but he hits it in the net there with a drop shot. It's 30-15. And again, I'll make the comparisons to Rublev because Rublev is the opposite of Alcaraz when it comes to reading the play and tactics. Rublev played an injured Kyrgios and did not play him in the right way. He tried to play his own game and he got whooped. Whereas Alcaraz knows that RUUD's in pain, so he's just making it worse, which is part of the game. You know, no friends in tennis. As we get a forehand now from Alcaraz. Up goes the lob. Alcaraz runs back, hits a backhand lob. RUUD with a smash. Puts it away. Casper RUUD is coming back. 30 all. RUUD playing some smart shots as well, and very nice. I mean, that volley, lob volley, that's a very tough shot. Okay. Okay, what's happening here? 30 all. Chance now for RUUD to maybe get back on serve. Serve Alcaraz in the net.
Can't buy a first serve.
Second serve. Alcaraz serves. RUUD runs around and hits the forehand down the line. It goes out. Oh, he went so aggressive, RUUD, on that return, and he just missed it. He started running before Alcaraz even thrown the ball up. I mean, he was sprinting to hit a forehand, and he just missed it. 40-30. Alcaraz to get to 5-3. Serve goes now to the backhand of RUUD. Slice to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from RUUD in the net. Alcaraz 5. Come on! 3. Man, that was RUUD's chance. That run around the backhand, smacked the forehand, and he missed it. He makes that. It's break point. Now it's 5-3. Alcaraz, one game away from recreating history. Man. And RUUD's been injured this second half of this second set. He's done his best. He's tried his best, but and he can't be injured against this kid. And it's hard enough being healthy and playing this kid. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back for the clay court season. We'll cover the clay court season as much as humanly possible. There's been a return now from Alcaraz into the forehand of RUUD. It's a drop shot. Alcaraz going to get there. RUUD with a volley. Open court is a winner. Very smart from RUUD. 15 love. And the crowd are giving RUUD some love. They know that he's not quite, not physically 100%. So he's, and the fact that he's still putting on a bit of a show. 15 love. 1 hour and 46 minutes played. RUUD serves. An ace out wide. 30 love. Good serve. And since getting injured, he's hit 3 aces. So again, you want to, if you're playing tennis and your opponent looks like they're injured, don't let up. Because they're going to start doing what RUUD's doing here, and that's be more aggressive, because RUUD doesn't want to be playing long rallies, so he's trying to get free points by just smacking the hell out of the ball. And that's why he's hit so many aces in the last few games, because he has no choice. He doesn't want to play long rallies. Second serve, 30 love. As he serves out wide of the forehand of Alcaraz. Return there, drop shot from RUUD is too good.
Unbelievable.
Man, great touch from RUUD. 40 love. These have been the easiest service games for RUUD this match. I mean, that was a great drop shot. All right, RUUD, 40 love to make Alcaraz win this match on his own serve. RUUD serves. A fault. Second serve. As RUUD serves a double fault. It's the best time to do it. 40 love, double fault. Still a chance, though, to make Alcaraz serve for the match. As RUUD serves. An ace down the tee. 5 aces for Casper RUUD. Who had the over? Man, that would have been like maybe the last point on RUUD's serve too. So who had the over? Man, whew. That's why you always bet the over. That's why you always bet the over. All right. By the way, I haven't mentioned this enough this week, but I'll mention it now. We got Miami merch. Miami merch. Here is the Miami merch. If you haven't bought the merch, some of you already have. You can buy the Miami merch. The champion merch. So what happens is once you buy the merch, I'm going to email you next week, ask you if you want, let's say, Alcaraz or Swiatek or the tennis talk variant. You can go buy the merch, link in the chat. And you can get Alcaraz on this, or you can get Swiatek, or you can just get the tennis talk one, which is this one. So it's up to you. The champion merch, a few of you got it, the Indian Wells version. So thank you so much for that one. But yeah, there you go. Merch. Link in the chat. Go buy the merch. If you want Alcaraz. And it'd be a piece of history. Because Alcaraz winning is a historic rewriting the history. So there you go. Have Alcaraz on there instead of whoever that is. Okay. RUUD needs to punish on the second serves and hope Alcaraz gets nervous. Yeah. Yeah, RUUD needs to take every chance he can get here. What if we want RUUD? He still hasn't lost. Well, if you want RUUD and he wins, then there you go. You can have that. You can have RUUD on it if you want. All right. Yeah, merch. That's the merch. Oh, I would love a third set as well. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Match not over yet. All right, Alcaraz serving for the championship. As he serves. Down the tee, the backhand of RUUD. Backhand over Alcaraz to the backhand of RUUD. Backhand now Alcaraz down the line to the forehand of RUUD, who slices it into the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand now RUUD, sliced again. Alcaraz in control as RUUD goes side to side and then puts it in the net. 15-love. 3 points away from rewriting history. Three points away. And that guy who's wearing the RAFA 21 shirt is doing the exact same thing I just did. 3 more, Carlos. 3 more. 15-love. Alcaraz with the serve. Into the backhand of RUUD, who hits it long. 2 points away. 30-love.
Unbelievable.
And this is the most serious I've seen Alcaraz all day. He's just frowning and going, okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. 30-love. 2 points away from history. As he serves into the forehand of RUUD. And that goes out. 40-love Alcaraz. 3 championship points to take his first Masters 1000 win. And again, to push in line in this new generation and say, hey, I'm going for the big ones next. Step aside, Tsitsipas, I'm next. 40-love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Match point, championship point. Alcaraz, he serves into the backhand of RUUD. Volley from Alcaraz is too good! Alcaraz gets the win! He recreates history! And he does something that hasn't been done since Rafa Nadal 17 years ago. Carlos Alcaraz, everyone says he's the real deal. I don't even think we have to say it anymore. It's that obvious. And Alcaraz takes the dub. And Juan Carlos Ferrero came out for the final. And he didn't disappoint. Alcaraz didn't disappoint. The first of many we expect from Alcaraz. Now, what next for Alcaraz? Let's see him play Novak. Let's see him play Nole. That's what we want to see next. Now let's talk about Casper RUUD, because RUUD had a hell of a tournament. Let's respect RUUD, because making the final, he beats Zverev along the way. You know, RUUD beat Norrie along the way. 2 very good players. Casper RUUD got to the final of a Masters 1000 for the first time, and it was a hard court. So we're going to the clay next week. Casper RUUD, that's his home. So, yeah, look, great to see RUUD doing well. I think he's proven that he's a top 10 guy. You know, he's definitely not overrated. And he got injured in that second set, which sucked for him. But he was also coming up against a bull, or a beast, who just, he does this to everyone. So, massive, massive congrats to RUUD as well for a great tournament. But definitely Alcaraz's day. It's definitely Alcaraz's day. He's only lost 2 matches this year. And those 2 matches are against guys who are in the top 10. One was in 5 sets, one was in 3, and one of them was a GOAT. All right, the crowd go crazy. It's a packed stadium. This is the most packed stadium I've seen the whole tournament. They've all witnessed history today. The 3rd youngest ever to win a Masters 1000 title, behind Rafa and behind Michael Chang. Let's see what he does on the clay. Let's see what this kid's going to do on the clay. All right, stats for that match, and then we'll get to the rest of it. Alcaraz, 27 winners, 17 on the forehand, 22 errors. 19 winners from RUUD, 22 errors from him. So, look, unfortunately for RUUD, and look, he played a lot better, RUUD, to be fair, even when he was losing in the second set. He got injured, and he kind of played, he was playing a lot better. But, yeah, just couldn't stand. Like, he had to win the first set, RUUD. We all knew that. He had to win the first set. If he won the first set, then maybe he could have gone on to win the match, but it's kind of like pretty much everyone this week. Against Alcaraz, you got to win the first set, which is something we also say about who? Rafa Nadal. If you're going to beat Rafa, you have to win the first set. Otherwise, these guys, these Spanish bulls, they will just trample you. So, look, again, massive props to Casper RUUD, though. I'm a big RUUD fan. I think he's not... people call him overrated, all that shit. He's not overrated. He deserves to be there. Youngest Miami champion in history, by the way. Confirmed. 11 in the world. We're going to go through the rankings. We have the ranking show that might be tomorrow or the next day. I have to figure out times and stuff. By the way, his English is not that bad. I don't know. Someone said his English is bad. I can understand what he's saying. So special to win Masters 1000 Miami. RUUD going to be fire on the clay? Yeah. Yep. RUUD is going to kill some people on the clay. Watch out. Watch out. Second tournament with Juan Carlos. So great to have it with the team. So confirmed. Alcaraz number 11. Career high for him. And RUUD is number 7. He kicks Rublev out of the top 7. So Casper RUUD's also at a career high. He'll be playing next week, but I don't think he will because he's injured. So I don't think RUUD will play next week. Because why would he play a 250 tournament if he's hurting, right? So that's the biggest change. Zverev got back to number 3, kicked Rafa down to number 4. Alcaraz gone up 5 spots. Yeah. We'll talk about all this stuff in the ranking show tomorrow. Yeah, by the way, the Tennis Talk Power Rankings, I've got them set up. I just got to figure out how to fit them into the video. So, but yes, I do have the Tennis Talk Power Rankings sorted. I just need them to be updated, or at least after today, I need to update them because of course we've had we didn't know what was going to happen today, so I couldn't do the rankings until this match finished. But now that they're finished, we can update those rankings. All right, let's answer questions.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
What time is the ranking show? Look, I'm going to go to sleep, wake up, and then hopefully the video will be out in about, I don't know, maybe in like 12 hours. So if you're in Europe, it'll be out tomorrow morning. Yeah. I got to put a lot of things together. Especially if we're doing power rankings, I've got to figure out that too. Got to figure out how that looks as well, the graphics and stuff. So, yeah, I have an idea, but yeah, ranking should update officially tomorrow, or at least during the day, so that once that happens, I can officially update all of our rankings. Yeah, ranking show's not live. It's the ranking video. Yeah, it's a video. It's like a 8-minute video. Rafa's English is unbelievable. Yeah. The match point was perfect drop volley. Reminded me of Nadal's AO championship point. This kid's got it all. He's got every shot. He can hit everything. Just ordered my my shirts. Awesome. Thank you, Mervyn. So yeah, if you haven't, if you want to buy the merch, I'll show you again. Now we can tell you who's going to be. So if you want Alcaraz on this shirt, let me know. Well, I'll let you know. I'll ask you. Also, Swiatek fans, eager Swiatek fans, you want the buy the shirt, and Appreciate it. If it supports, the best way to support the channel is buy the merch. So my brother put those designs together. So yeah, there you go. So you can buy the merch, support the channel, all that stuff. And also, if you are leaving, thank you so much for joining us over the last 2 weeks. It's been a massive 2 weeks. Again, just like Indian Wells, it's been a massive month. We've had, 4 weeks back to back to back to back. We're now heading onto the clay. We'll probably take a week off, and then we're back at it again. But thank you, everybody, especially everyone who stayed awake. If you woke up at midday or midnight, or you stayed up until 4 in the morning like we have over here, I mean, thank you. Appreciate it. You guys are the real ones. You're the savages, the ones who stay up late, so appreciate it. And we will be back, of course, pretty soon. We won't be away for too long. But we'll have a bit of a break, a couple of days. Thank you, Mervyn. I appreciate that. I just saw it come through, so thank you so much. There we go. Which tournament is coming up next? So next week is Charleston. We've got we've got Fernandez, we've got Badosa playing in that one. So some big names are playing next week. We might watch a couple of them if they're on at a good time, I guess, if I don't have to wake up at stupid o'clock. But hey, who knows? And then Monte Carlo will be back in full swing. Return of Nole, all that stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of big tournaments coming up in the next few weeks. But next week is going to be kind of chill. Great show. Appreciate it. Finally get a break, Cam. Yeah. Not too much of a break, but I've got to do other stuff as well. Yeah, we've got Ruse is in action this week, so we'll keep an eye on her, of course. Keep an eye on her. I'll try and I haven't had time to check my messages to see if we got any replies. Thanks for all the hard work. No worries, Lorna. Appreciate it. Did a great job. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know how many matches we watched. We watched a hell of a lot, though. We did watch probably 22, maybe. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, we probably watched about 25, maybe 30 matches. So, yeah, we definitely covered it as much as we possibly could. As much as one man can. What do I do for a living? I'm a tennis coach. So nice to see Carlos and Juan Carlos Ferrero hugging it out at the end. Such a special moment. Congratulations, Carlos. This is just one of many. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Cam, you look well after 3 a.m. starts. Yeah, 3 a.m. starts are not my favorite. I'm kind of looking like me personally. I don't like waking up early. So I'm not really a morning person, so I usually wake up an hour earlier just to get ready for these. Because if I woke up 5 minutes before a match, I look dead. So I look less dead than I would. But I'm excited for the European season because I can just stay up all night, which I'd rather do that than wake up in the middle of the night. So, yeah. You're the only one I listen to. Well done. Thank you, Denise. Appreciate it. Thank you, Linear. Appreciate that. I could have slept happily if RUUD won this match anyways. Hey, look. Great week for RUUD. It's still great for him to get to a final. He's making new grounds. Another stepping stone into the next, the next thing and the next thing. Yeah, I saw the video of Juan Carlos Ferrero surprising Carlos wholesome as fuck. Yeah, I saw that too. That was epic. No worries, Katie. I will get some sleep after this. Thank you, Mandira. Appreciate it. No worries, Tiana. Just joined. Congrats to Alvaca. Yeah, Mary. James Blake is just talking, so we're just going to wait until he stops talking, and then we'll hear what the players have to say. Monte Carlo, anyway, before... what was that? Monte Carlo will be exciting. Yeah. Monte Carlo is always great. Congratulations, Carlos. Thank you, Cam, for the live streams. No worries, Nikki. James Blake showing off with his pigeon Spanish. Good on him. Cam, it's really fun listening to you with the commentators on TV. Great job. Excitement is contagious. Good, me. That's all I ask. I hope that over the last few weeks that we've been watching. We watched some epic matches, and we've watched some matches that weren't so epic. But I hope that you guys, if you can't watch the match, that you feel like you watched the match through this channel. That's the goal. Don't want you to feel bored or like it's not worth watching or whatever. So hopefully you did get some excitement. I know some people were losing their voices during matches because they were getting loud during some of the exciting matches. So again, that's all I ask. So I hope that you guys feel the emotions of the tennis. If Tennis TV called you, and would you take a job? I mean, I'd have to make tell them that, hey, if I go, we take this channel comes with, like you guys come with. Yeah, the Charleston draw is out. It came out after yesterday sometime. Thank you, Pedro. Appreciate it. Where can I see the video of Ferrero? It's on Instagram. Monte Carlo final, Alcaraz versus Joker. Whoa, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Will we live stream the women's final? Nah. I don't have anything set up for it, so we won't cover the women's final. Alcaraz is now second in the race to Turin behind Nadal. And he's also 29 points away from the top 10. Yeah. He could be top 10 by the end of Monte Carlo. That could definitely happen. Is Rafa injured? I didn't hear about it. Yeah, Rafa's out with injury. He has fractured ribs. So he's out with that probably until May. Alcaraz now second in the race. Nice. Great stuff, Cam. Indian Wells, Miami feel like Grand Slams. Good. Yeah, well, I hope. That's why we cover them so much, Rob. Because I want the big events to feel like they're big events, you know. And a lot of people come here and they watch the slams, and that's totally cool. But I want, my goal is to get people from casual fans into hardcore tennis fans. And hopefully some of you that joined for the Australian Open came for Indian Wells and Miami, which are big events on the ATP WTA. And yeah, we covered them like we covered the Australian Open. Because they deserve the coverage, right? Yeah. Just like we'll cover Monte Carlo, because that's a big event. We'll cover Madrid and Rome, which are huge events. And then, of course, the French Open, which is one of the biggest events. RUUD just needs more weapons. Yeah, it's hard to say. I think he's got a good game, RUUD. And he can be aggressive at times with his shots, but it's hard to. You don't want to tinker with his game too much and be like, well, he needs to play like Rublev, or he needs to do something different. I think he's got a good game. It's just a bad matchup against someone like an Alcaraz. He's got limitations, but not everyone can have every shot. Not everyone can be an all-round player. And RUUD's great. RUUD's classy, and he's got great shots, and he's a beast on clay. I don't think he can't, there's nothing really that I would change about RUUD's game. It's just he's going to have poor matchups because of his height. He's one of the smaller, 6 foot is one of the smaller players on tour, right? And he can't really change that. Do we know Rafa and Daniel are going to be at the French? Rafa will be. Medvedev, I'm not too sure. I wouldn't be surprised if Medvedev pulls out, though. Because he's out. It depends on how long it takes him to get back from the hernia surgery. So proud of Alcaraz. Good luck to RUUD soon. Yeah, RUUD is going to get back on his favorite surface and play clay, which is going to be fun to watch. I remember you saying that that what Alcaraz does after his first 500 tile would define him. And boy, he has done well. Yeah, he's been a beast. Do you believe Alcaraz could be a future GOAT? He could definitely be a Hall of Famer. I just feel like saying someone's going to be a GOAT before they've won a slam is like, even when they win one slam, it's like, well, you've got to win 10 slams and then we can start talking about GOATs. Goats win 20. That's a lot. Let him win 10, and then we can start talking about goats. Thanks for the commentary. I enjoyed every minute. No worries, Elaine. Appreciate it. RUUD is good, but Alcaraz just displayed an incredible size of nuts in this tournament. Crazy from a youngster, yeah. Yes, we will do memes. We will. We'll go through the memes in a bit. This platform makes us all come together and leave after the tournament. Yeah, Ganesha, that's it. Yeah, it's a place for everyone to hang out. That's why I started. That's how I started the channel, you know. Because I was watching these matches by myself, and I'm like, hey, maybe there's someone out there that wants to watch the matches too. Thank you, Anani. Appreciate it. Too early to say Alcaraz being a future GOAT. Yeah, way too early. Do you think Kecmanovic will reach top 15 this year? Maybe. If he continues that level that he played against Alcaraz, he'll definitely be in the top 20. Maybe top 15, but yeah, we'll see how he continues. Alcaraz and Rafa interview together would be fun. Yeah. Winning 2 slams is also difficult for most. 20 is like huge. Yeah. If you win 10, you're in the top 5 best of all time. So let him win 10, let him win 1, and then let him win 5, and then 10, and then we can start talking about, depends on how old he is, by the time he wins the 10th. If he's 25 after and he's got 10, then we can start talking about GOATs. But it's crazy to say, oh, this kid's going to be a GOAT. Because it's like, well, the word GOAT means something. You know, greatest of all time. But I have no doubt he's going to be, you know, a slam champion, Hall of Famer, world number 1, all those things. And a lot of players have been those, and a lot of great players have been those. There's only GOATs. Yeah, let's keep the word GOAT. Yeah, GOAT has a meaning, you know. And throwing that word around, baby GOAT, all that shit, I hate that. Did Alcaraz make top 10 rankings? No, he's number 11 at the moment, number 11. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Give him a break. Yeah, you got to win 20 to be a GOAT. Exactly. I hope Emma gets to practice with Carlos. Yeah, well, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we don't know. There could be a 14-year-old somewhere. Like Federer, right? Federer came out 2005 or 2004-5, a beast. 2004, everyone's like, Federer's going to win like 40 slams. How the hell is he going to... And then Nadal came out of nowhere. We didn't even know Rafa was a thing. And then look what happened, right? And then Djokovic was coming out at, 4 years after that. So Alcaraz might win, let's say he wins a slam this year, or wins a slam next year, or whatever. There could be someone who's 15 or 14 years old that comes out and he's the biggest Alcaraz rival, you know? And then the 20-plus slams that Alcaraz is apparently going to win, according to some, could get stolen by some young player from who knows where. So you've just got to... And look, he's done a lot of things that Rafa has done, but you know what Rafa did? At this age, he won the French Open. So the comparisons are nice, and like recreating history is cool, but if you really want to... If he is really going to be Rafa, he's going to have to win the French Open this year. Otherwise, the comparisons kind of stop. Because Rafa had a great start to his career, as Alcaraz has. But Rafa also started winning the big trophies at this age. Need to get some sleep now. Thanks again. No worries, Pedro. Appreciate it. I don't like this feeling, says Lexi. What are you talking about? I love that Carlos is a beast on the court, but humble off. Yeah. But he's got a bit of swagger about him too, which I like. I like that. He's got a little bit of a swagger about him. Avaka needs over 300 weeks at world number 1 to be considered the conversation. That is true as well. Big 3 not play in the same time, they would get 30 each. Maybe. Rafa won his first Grand Slam just turning 19. Yeah, so he was basically 18. Whereas I think Alcaraz, if he wins the French, will be also 19, because Alcaraz turns 19 in a week or something, right? So yeah. Yeah, Alcaraz turns 19 during the French Open, as Rafa did. So again, as I said, if he's going to be compared to Rafa going forward, he has to do what Rafa did. And I don't look, and I'm not like he can, and even if he doesn't, it doesn't mean that he didn't win the French, so he's not a good player. No, of course he is. You know, you don't have to win your first slam at 19 or 18 to be considered a GOAT. I mean, look at Djokovic. He won his first slam at, 19, and then didn't win one for 3 years. Serena didn't win a slam for a while after the first. So again, you know, I don't think anyone needs to, even if he doesn't win the French, it doesn't matter. He's still going to be exciting to watch, and, you know, it's still going to be awesome. How many slams will Swiatek win in your opinion? I got to see her win another one before I can start playing that guessing game. You know, Barty's been dominating them. Barty's been the favourite in most of them, whereas some players have, obviously taken their one or two. But I got to see Iga win a second one before we can start talking about, okay, well, how many can she win now? Like, you know, if she wins another French Open, then it's like, well, how many, you know, what can she, where's the next one? So, you know, yeah, I think we just need to wait for it. I mean, even with Osaka, she won 4, right? If she plays her best, she's probably going to win 10. But we don't know if she's going to play, for how long she's going to be. Injuries are also a factor. You know, there's a lot of things. This chat wouldn't be the same without you, Dawn. Yeah, Dawn's the MVP. Big shout out to Dawn for helping us out for the whole of the last 4 weeks. I know you've been busy as well, Dawn, so thank you for taking the time, jumping in here, helping out. Shout out to all the other mods as well. I know you guys have popped in and out. Ange, Pat, I'm sure the other mods have jumped in here at some point as well. But yeah, Dawn's been rolling heads for sure when it needs to happen. And look, it's not easy. I mean, you know that there are people that come in and they're a spam, and it's not easy to try and cut those people, or at least stop that from happening. So big shout out to Dawn. Nadal 19 in 2 days first slam, yeah. And Alcaraz will be 19 and I don't know what, 5 days or something. So yeah. Why is there a 45-year-old ball kid? I don't know. Look at the clay court as posing on the hard court. That's the beauty of this sport. Yeah. I haven't watched tennis after Indian Wells final between Nadal and Fritz when the score was 4-love. All right, well, welcome back. Guys are lucky that Cam will never put me as a mod. I would have been banning left, right, and center to fulfill my power trips. Yeah, that's yeah. We've had that before. Unfortunately, we've had. Yeah, look, I appreciate the help. Everyone who's helped out, moderate the channel in the past, but yeah, it's the moderate. If you're a mod, you have to be restrained. You can't just ban people, especially because we do like trolling and banter as well. You know, we don't want to cut that out of it and be like a super serious, because I like a joke as much as everyone else. So that's where the mods are so good. We've got a good group of mods who they know the difference between a joke and something that's just offensive. So. Yeah, it's not an easy job, especially because I play on those jokes. So it's hard to tell the difference at times. No worries, Norkel. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Did you catch Alvaca say unbelievable in this speech? No, I didn't, because it cut the coverage, so I couldn't see it. That's terrifying thing about Iga is that she isn't even playing on a preferred surface and has 17 matches in a row. Yeah. Yep. Scary stuff. All right, everybody, let's go have a laugh. Let's go through some memes and then we'll get the hell out of here. Now, if you want to be a part of the Reddit, jump in there's a link down below. Jump in the Reddit. We're going to go through. Now, we're going to avoid all the clips, or at least the clips from back in the day. So, Pat, I know you want to do all these clips and stuff, which is great. We'll go through some of the clips from, the last couple of streams, just because who knows what happens in a week. They could be irrelevant. But I'll save these ones from for later. But let's start with a clip thing from yesterday. Cam's dilemma whenever there's a woman in a player's box. Girlfriend or sister. Yes. By the way, I didn't see RUUD's girlfriend. It was his girlfriend, by the way, I can confirm. I did a little bit of digging on Instagram just to figure out who was who, and it's definitely not a relative. Viva España. What's this? Oh, yeah.
Bastante bien en los momentos decisivos de este torneo durante la semana pasada. Si RUUD va a ganar, tendrá que hacer el movimiento bastante bien en los momentos decisivos de este torneo durante la semana pasada. Si RUUD va a ganar, tendrá que hacer el movimiento bastante bien en los momentos decisivos de este torneo durante la semana pasada. Si RUUD va a ganar, tendrá que hacer el movimiento.
Yeah, if you're on the second channel, you would have seen it. Trying something a little different. I don't know how close the translation was, by the way, so you can tell me if it was if it was any different or any good, because I can't understand it. So I just yeah, I got that. Paid someone to fix that up, and they did it. So was it good? All right, all right. Get well soon, Medi. I will miss seeing you play on this surface. Clay court, Medi, and Hernia. Yeah, Clay Medev memes. Yeah, we're gonna miss the memes, aren't we? Our WTA spokesman from Down Under. Cam trying to convince hardcore ATP fans to watch WTA. No, they do. I think we've converted some people. It's very hard to read, though, that was. Hola. Spanish Cam. Yeah, that's it. A Tennis Talk Essential. Tennis Dictionary for Dummies. We got definitions for Iga, Goats, Memedev, Alvaca, Clay Vultures, Serve Bot, Shredders, Thick Boys, King Cock, Banana Forehands, and more. Yep, buy yours now. It's coming out. Our new book. All the tennis talk. The things we say. Miami scheduling for the women's at the worst time of the day. Scorching hot, burning sun, Miami. Yeah, it was warm. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Vince, who went to an ITF tournament during the week and took some photos. Here we go. Let's have a look at these. Unfortunately, I ran out of battery, so I didn't get much of anything, but here are some photos from the ITF tournament final, brought to you by everyone's favorite reporter and tennis head. Nice. I have no idea who these players are or what this event is. That's cool. Vince, if you're still here, mate, give us some context on what this was all about. There we go. The NG Open. There you go. Was it a junior event? Yeah, okay. All right. I see what you did there. All right. I see what you did there, Vince. That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah, if you're here in the chat, mate, give us some context on what's up. Oh, that was a good one. That was a funny one. All right, Big V lost in Marbella semis. Oh, no. Sad I am. He'll be back for Monte Carlo. Iga doesn't lose to anyone. Third Master title in a row and booming bakery. Congrats. Who would win? Iga Swiatek? Any other player, yeah. She dominates. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I was just about to get that. Okay. There is nobody even close to Iga right now. Iga Swiatek, rest of the WTA. True. Very true. Tell her I said hi. Cam loves Osaka. You love her. You like her. All right. Well, I love your mum too. Tell her I said hi. Oh, man. That's what happens when I wake up at 3 in the morning. Yeah, great graphic as well on that last that press pass. Congrats to Isda for winning the Sunshine Double, and to Hercash for winning a Miami title for a second year in a row. Yeah, look, Isner won the Sunshine Double in the doubles. Miami is owned by Poles now. Yeah, Polish players love to play in Miami. Love to see it. ALCARAZ stream. What's this? It's a joke. Which is why I made a joke out of the joke. But I do know what that means, yes. Cam looks good in the shirt with the stubble. Tell that to my ex-wife. It's a joke. Which exposed. Thank you for that. Cam today. Okay, here we go. Tennis, Aussie rules. It's true. It's true. It's true. It was true. Sneaky Cam. Cam talking about BD energy. Hoping that the innocents in the chat won't get it. Shh. Don't tell anyone what it means. Don't tell anyone what it means. Only legends will understand. Final meme. Maybe I'll refresh and see if there's any more. Impressive stuff. Valka, that's it. Impressive stuff from Carlito. Congrats to ALCARAZ for the biggest win so far. That's it. So far is correct. There we go. Let's refresh. Join the Reddit. There's a link down below. There's a bunch of memes in there. I mean, if you have memes from just anywhere on the internet, you can chuck them in there. There you go. That is the Reddit. Everybody. Okay. Now we're going to be here for 5 minutes and I'm going to go pass out.
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Because I'm tired. Is Eager hiring anyone for the bakery? Maybe. I don't think there are two. These two are as good as they made out to be. Who's that? Yeah, Vince, thank you for those behind the scenes pics of the ITF tournament, mate. That was awesome. Hey, Cam, I went to India Wells and put some pics in the Reddit. Could you possibly go over it? I think we already did. Mac. Otherwise, we'll go through it again. I'll have to scroll through and see what's... Because we went through a lot of memes. Well, there's a lot of memes now, so... I think we must have gone through them. Because I'm looking and we've gone through a hell of a lot of memes. I'm looking... Yeah, I think we went through them. Either way, we'll go through more memes. There are some memes that we missed because we were so busy, but yeah, we'll go through memes maybe next during the week, maybe if we do some Charleston events when things are a little bit more chill. When will the women's double be held? I think it's happening now, right? RAFA is still way better at 18. Yeah, look, the comparisons of RAFA are fun and nice, but yeah, we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Cam, it was Old Firm Sunday, and I'm shattered. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Any opinion on ALCARAZ's serve? Does he have to improve it? No, I think he serves fine. I think everything in his game is good. I don't think he needs to change anything. You know, why change a winning strategy, right? I mean, what's the point in changing something that's working? I don't understand why people think ALCARAZ's serve is not that good. It's very good. Yeah, look, I don't think he needs to change anything. Until someone exposes a chink in the armor, and then it's like, okay, well, maybe something's wrong or something's, you know, whatever. Cam's married? Wow. Yeah, Lexi, my wife has been here the entire time. No. Not even close. I don't understand why people... Oh, I read that one. Alcaraz versus Novak. Alcaraz versus Rafa. Rafa versus Novak. 3 biggest matches of the year. I think Alcaraz Federer. I want to see that. There's a bunch of other matches that are worth watching, but yeah, there are a bunch of the big ones for sure. It was Rangers versus Celtics game. That's the old firm in soccer. Oh, okay. Who won? Married to chat. Yeah. Sad but true. Matches I am most looking forward to is Carlos and Meow Meow are in here. He's already a better player, a better all-court player than Medi Tsitsipas and Zverev. Yeah, that's why I keep saying, you know, he's pushed them out of the way. He's like, get out of the way, it's my turn now. And that's why I keep saying that. Saudi 1-2-1. Is that good? Or bad? I don't know. Which players impressed you most in Miami? Alcaraz, RUUD, obviously. Kecmanovic. The fact that he can back it up week after week. You know, he's played 3 really good tournaments now. I think Kecmanovic was a big one. On the women's side, obviously, Osaka, Swiatek were really impressive for me, as they were for probably everybody. You know, I feel like Bencic is getting back into some form. She was really good. You know, 3 years ago, she was one of the top players in the world. I think she's you know, she was impressive that she's coming back, trying to get back into that form. You know, Hurkacz getting a semi-final after winning Miami last year. That was a good result. You know, good to see him backing that up. So yeah, I think those are the guys that those are the players that I was most impressed with. The finalists, obviously, but yeah, probably Hurkacz, Bencic, with some Kecmanovic. You know, those players backing up their results. It's good. It's good. It's good to see players, especially like Kecmanovic, who, you know, got a little bit lucky with Djokovic pulling out of the Australian Open, made that work, got to the 4th round, and then he did the, you know, Indian Wells, made a run there, then made a run here. So yeah, I think, and arguably, it was the toughest match for Alcaraz was that Kecmanovic match. So, you know, to lose to the champion and be 2 points away from beating that guy in the quarters was a big. I think that's a big, big tick. Yeah, Pegula was impressive as well. Yeah, Pegula making to the semis. Another good performance. Federer versus Carlos on grass. That would be fun. Who's your favorite for Monte Carlo? It's probably Djokovic. It has to be Nole until... I mean, Nole is going to be there. Tsitsipas maybe. I think Nole is the favorite though, right? Because he's the best player on the planet, and until he starts losing, no one's going to... I guess no one's going to question that. I mean, Tsitsipas is probably up there as one being the defending champ, but yeah. Alcaraz probably there because he's just won this event. When are we streaming next? Probably Charleston next week. We'll be watching, maybe we'll check in with Fernandez and Badosa and Sabalenka maybe. We haven't watched Sabalenka, I don't think, at all this year. Maybe, no, we watched her once. Once this year, so... Yeah, we've got some players next week to keep an eye on. Charleston's a big event on the WTA, so... Let me have a look who's playing in Charleston. So we've got... yeah, so Fernandez, Badosa are probably the 2 that we'll keep an eye on for that. Obviously, keeping an eye on our one of our faves, Ruse as well, who's unseeded. Sabalenka if she does something. But without Swiatek being there, we're not going to cover it as much as... And look, we've covered these last 2 tournaments like slams. We're not going to cover Charleston like a Grand Slam because it's a 500 event, right? It's not a 1,000 event, so it's not sort of in the same realm. But yeah, we'll do some matches, you know, maybe towards the end of the week or during the week here and there. On the men's side, there's not too much going on. Maybe we watched Kyrgios play on the clay against somebody. It might be worth. He could be playing against RUUD in the quarterfinals in Houston, which we'll have to watch that. So yeah, we'll probably watch Nick down the track. Most of them, Fritz. Nah, not really interested in Fritz. Not RUUD. I don't even think RUUD's going to play, to be honest. I think he's going to withdraw, but because of what happened to him today. So yeah, we'll probably Charleston's the most likely one. And plus, we've got a big week. So we'll do Charleston, a little bit of Charleston, but then Monte Carlo, Barcelona, Madrid, Rome are all happening back to back to back. So we've got a big 4 weeks coming up. So I do need to chill for a week. Got to figure out. I got to do some. I got to do some offline stuff too. That when I'm streaming, I can't really do anything else but stream. So I gotta do some stuff offline as well. Good night, Cam. Tense family. I'm logging off. Not a happy day though. Oh, look, Ganesh up. You'll be fine. Everyone takes L's. You'll be fine. Rafa Gotel just tweeted for Carlos and RUUD. That's cool. Kuzmanovic should be playing Monte Carlo, yeah. Who's looking good for RG? Ask me that in a couple of weeks when we see some players play on clay. Cam's allowed 1 week sabbatical. Yeah, look, I know myself enough that it won't be. So that's why I'm saying we'll probably watch Charleston, because I know if I say no tennis this week, I'll show up and do something. But yeah, we'll take a week. You know, kind of like my body is telling me to take a break. So you got to listen to your body, right? Yeah, like it's kind of good timing that I've hit a wall in the final, and my body's sort of going, can we just sleep for a day? Can we just sleep for like 9 hours, please? So, yeah. Get my sleep back on track. And then ruin it again with the clay court, European clay court tournaments. I'd love to see Onstra Board do well in Charleston. Yeah, for sure. That'd be great to see. Who do you see doing well in the clay season? Yeah, I mean, ALCARAZ is the obvious one. RUUD, Nadal, Djokovic, you know, those guys. But we'll see. Monte Carlo will be interesting, you know. Who's the favorite for Monte Carlo? Like I said, probably Djokovic, Tsitsipas, ALCARAZ, probably the top three. Thank you, Luli. Appreciate it. Yeah, listen to the body. Yeah, I usually push myself further than I should, but then then I just crash. So I'm happy. I'll be ready to crash. I'm happy. You know, I crash for a week, then that's good, because that means we'll be back next week. Get some rest. You deserve it. Listen to your body, recharge a bit, and you know we'll be here waiting for you, right? Hey, thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. Yeah. It won't be a break for, like, I mean, it's not like we're not going to upload videos. There's going to be plenty of content coming out in the next week. It's just the live streams at the middle of the night might not be happening. Cam, I remember you nodding off from exhaustion a couple months ago. Get some rest. Yeah, the only time that I've been, like sleepy on stream was when we watched Indian Wells. And that was because I was, like, super, like, I thought I was going to get super sick. But luckily, the next day I slept and I was fine. Cam, you should get a standing desk too, so you're not sitting down all the time for the broadcast. Yeah, that'd be great. You know, but standing desks are expensive. So, yeah, I'll get, hopefully eventually. Hey, Megs, what's up? Thanks so much for the play-by-play and the humor from Canada. Chat to you on Beyond. No worries. See you next time. 5.5 hours of Nadal and Medvedev stream seemed a lot less because everybody was riveted. Yeah. Yeah, look, the tennis is so, it's you know, the matches that are boring are the ones that are the hardest, right? Because we're all just kind of waiting for the result. Whereas when you get one of the epics, the time flies. Okay, I'm going to hibernate? Yeah, I'm definitely going to hibernate. Deserve a medal for the dedication to the channel? Well, Adamola, 100,000 subscribers. YouTube give me a medal. So, hey, that's why we're working our butt off to get to that 100K by the end of the season. And then we're on to 1 million, whenever that'll be in the future. Then 1 milli. But, no, I mean, I just enjoy. We've almost watched 200 matches this year. So, that's the real goal. If we can get to 200 matches by, I've got to calculate how many we're up to. We're probably at about 180, maybe. Yeah. What's the longest stream we've ever done? 12 hours, I think it was, during the during the Australian Open? What would be the top 5 for you in 5 years? No idea. Probably someone we've never heard of. Who's your favorite on the for the women on clay? Look, Swiatek's got to be up there. Badosa is one of my favorites on clay as well. I think she performed well last year, and she's only going to get better. Make a video for Charleston Draw, dude. I will. I've been busy. But I will make one, don't you stress. Walter White. Go back to the meth lab and come back and you'll have a video. What's the next clay court tournament we're doing? Charleston next week. You need to do a vid showing the YouTube thing, you get 100k. Yeah, whenever we get there, when it arrives, I'll do it live for the channel, for sure. What do you think happened to Medi in the AO final? He played against one of the greatest players to ever do it. And that was it. Thanks for the streams. Not the outcome I'm expecting for Casper, but I'm good now. Hey, look, Lexi. It's a disappointing result for a RUUD fan, but hey, got to be happy with how he played for the week. Definitely a step in the right direction. Beating Zverev, you know, getting to a final of a Masters. I mean, it's only getting better. Alcaraz Kuzminovic remind me of Nolan and Rafa. Why is that? What would that be? We know what happened in Miami Open. Yep. Do you know when the Bogota women's draw is going to be out? Probably in the next couple of hours. Who's the favorite Monte Carlo? Probably Djokovic. Thought we were crazy to pick Alcaraz to win the tournament. Yeah, and then there was carnage. So, yeah, I'm glad that I listened to you guys for the tier list. We picked both the champs, which is rare. Cam, what is the best match you have done a live stream for? I think, obviously, the most popular match we've ever done was the final of the Australian Open. But for me, the best match we've ever done was probably the Wimbledon final 2019. You know, it had everything. Goats against goats. Championship points saved. That's always been my favourite and always will be. Obviously, the Australian Open final this year was one of the best matches ever. But yeah, I think personally, I like the Wimbledon 2019, the final there with Federer having match points and then Djokovic getting the win, and it was, you know, tiebreaker in the final set. And it was all that. It was everything. It was everything, you know, that you could have asked in a tennis match. So that's the one. That's my favourite one that we've ever watched. Personally, and it's not the biggest. No, I mean, it was the biggest final for a while until recently. But yeah, I think that one's my favorite that we've watched live. What was the first stream I was actually active in the chat for? I got no. Oh, that was charging up. That was the first stream you're active for. Yeah, that was the reason. Another reason why that match was probably the best for. It was the first time that we did play-by-play for every point. Because the chat was so busy, I couldn't read anything. So I just had to call the match. And that was cool. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun. Also, the 2019 US Open final was awesome. 2020 Australian Open final was awesome. That was fun. So yeah, there's been some epic matches over the years. Over the last, like, of the channel. Yeah. So the ones that I have a lot of fun doing, like the ones that I can remember, like, jumping around, getting crazy, they're the ones that I'm like, I had fun. Like, I look at those and I'm like, oh yeah, that was fun. I remember having a lot of fun during those ones. The tier list was right. They predict the kid and eager to win Miami. Yeah, we put them in the finals or the win, and they won, yeah. '20 US Open was not fun. That was fun in its own way. It wasn't like it was close, but I don't know if it was as epic as I wasn't as epic as some of the others. The level of play wasn't as good as the others. It was still fun though in its own way, but it wasn't the same. You know, even the French Open last year with Djokovic, Tsitsipas, that was good. Do you think Spanish players are kind of special compared to others? No, I just think they've got a couple of really, really good players. Like, I don't think one country has more special players than others. Carlos being his journey to greatness, tennis in good hands. Yeah, LeBeau, yeah, for sure, man. For sure, that's it. All right. I'm going to leave because I'm going to go to sleep. It's been a long day. It's been a long 2 weeks. It's been a long 4 weeks. So I'm going to sleep. I'm going to rest up. I'm hoping that whenever I wake up, I will be able to put together a video about rankings for everybody. Also, the Charleston video, as somebody mentioned in the chat, that video has to come out. So, yeah, actually, you know what? We might do the Charleston video now, and then I'll just edit it later. So, to make it easy for myself. So let me have a look. Have I got it set up for Charleston? No, I don't. I'll set it. Okay. How about this? We'll do a live. Let's do a live Charleston draw preview, and then I'll just then anyone who left, we'll just watch it later. Because Charleston's the biggest tournament of the week, of course. There are some big names playing, but there are some big names that have withdrawn. So we'll get to that in a second. But let me just fix things. So yeah, we'll do a Charleston draw, and it'll save me doing it later. Oh, Lexi, you're officially a 2 months member. Thank you so much. So that means the little badge changed. Is it gold now? I can't see. Got a couple of 2 month members I can see in the chat. That's cool. Cool. It should change. It should change pretty quick, pretty soon. Okay. Let me just fix the draw so we're all good. And then we can go through it. Cam refusing to sleep. Now, if I do it now, I can edit later when I wake up. Thanks for always a great Miami stream. No worries, Darren. Appreciate it, mate. All right, let me just fix the thing and we'll get to it. Okay. All right, where is it? Is this the one? That might be it. All right, Charleston, where are you? There we go. A lot of players have actually pulled out of Charleston. It could have been a really crazy event, but unfortunately, big names have pulled out. So let me just fix something. There we go. Live. There we go. All right. Okay. Cool. All right. We're good? We're good? Okay. All right, so the Charleston draw came out around this time yesterday, and there's a lot of players playing in this one. It's a big event, WTA 500 event on the green clay, which is kind of weird to see when you watch the event. But some players, some big names are playing. It's got a big top 10 list, but some big names have also pulled out. So let's go to the withdrawal list. So here are the withdrawals for Charleston. We have Danielle Collins, she pulled out. Simona Halep's also out. Arn Lee, Martin Kova, Muguruza has pulled out. Ostapenko, Diaz, Petkovic, Ruse, Sharif, Svitolina is out, and Swiatek has also pulled out of this one for obvious reasons. She's just won 3 of the biggest tournaments on the tour, so she deserves a week off. So some big names out there, and look, those players have played. It would have been a bigger tournament than it currently is, but there's still some massive names that are playing this one. So let's go look at the top of the draw. Okay, so here is the top of the draw. You can see there, Sabalenka is up the very top. She got a wild card. She gets a bye in the first round. Top 8 seeds get a bye in the first round. Sabalenka, she awaits the winner of Risk versus McNally, who are going at it in the first round. Then we got Putintseva taking on a qualifier. Winner of that match takes on either another qualifier or the number 15 seed Anisimova in the second round. Then we got the number 9 seed Keys taking on Gasanova. Winner of that match takes on either Bolkvedets, man, I can't pronounce that one. Bolkvedets who's taking on Davis. Then we've got a qualifier taking on Paulini. Winner of that takes on the number 6 seed, Pegula. So, look, Sabalenka's not in great form. So who wins? Who comes out of this part of the draw? It's going to be tough. I got no idea. Pegula was good last week, but again, this is a clay court event. So who's going to be well on clay? Maybe Anisimova might be the one to watch out for, because Anisimova was a French Open semi-finalist a few years ago. So maybe Anisimova is the one to watch out for, or maybe Keys. But yeah, I feel like the top seeds in this one, I don't know. It's hard to pick them, especially at Sabalenka at the moment. Second part of the draw now, the second quarter of the draw, we've got Jabeur, the number 4 seed. She gets a bye in the first round. She'll take on either Navarro or Brengel in the second round. Then we've got Wong versus Bagu. Winner of that match takes on either a qualifier or the number 14 seed Tomjanovic in the second round. Then we've got the number 12 seed Cornet taking on Parks. Winner of that match takes on either Ruse or the American Baptist there. Then we've got Sasnovich taking on Kalinina. Winner of that match takes on the number 5 seed Rybakina. So the two big names, Jabeur, Rybakina, I think they're the names to watch out for. Rybakina's played well on clay in the past, so don't overlook her. Don't think that just because she's a big hitter doesn't mean she can play on clay. She can. She's very good on the clay. So yeah, interested to see how this one plays out. Again, being a WTA 1000 or being a WTA 500 event, you just never know what's going to happen. And on the WTA, you just never know what's going to happen in general. But yeah, Jabeur, Rybakina, watch out for them, or maybe one of the other players who's unseeded. All right. Bottom half of the draw now, the third quarter of the draw, we've got Fernandez, the number 7 seed, getting a bye in the first round. She'll take on either Lynette or Volynets, who are going at it in the first round. Then we've got Rogers versus Kanepi. Winner of that match takes in either Frech or the number 11 seed Kvitova in the second round. Then we've got the number 13 seed Stevens taking on Zheng. Winner of that match takes on either a qualifier or Alexandrova in the second round. Then we've got Zavatska taking on Yuan. Winner of that match takes on the number 3 seed Karolina Pliskova, who we haven't seen much of because she's been injured for the most part. I guess if you're looking at form, you're probably going to go with Fernandez or Kvitova or Stevens. Hard to pick Pliskova right now because she is still coming back from that hand injury. But again, it's one of those events where, I don't know, the top seeds might not be the ones who wins. Maybe it's an unseeded player. But, obviously, we know that, both Kvitova and Stevens have played well on the clay in the past. So maybe they're the ones to watch out for, as well as Fernandez. And the bottom section of the draw, we've got the defending champion, the number 8 seed, Kudermetova. She plays a qualifier in the second round because we've got 2 qualies going at it. Then we've got Konju versus the wildcard Fruhvirtova, who had a good week last week in Miami. Winner of that match takes on either Wong or the number 10 seed Bencic in the second round. Then we've got the number 16 seed Zhang taking on a qualifier. Winner of that match takes on either another qualifier or Liu in the second round. Then we've got Hartono taking on Bondare. Winner of that match takes on the number 2 seed, Paula Badosa. And I think Badosa is going to be the favorite for this tournament. Even if she's the second seed, she's definitely in better form than someone like a Sabalenka. So she's probably the favorite to win the whole thing. Definitely got to watch out for her. Kudermetova is the defending champ. Worth watching out for her. But also Bencic. Bencic, having a good week last week. She can play on clay. I think she won Madrid a few years ago, which is a big clay court event. So watch out for her as well. But it's tough to pick who's going to win this whole thing because it's a WTA event. We know WTA is random. And anyone could win, especially coming off Miami. It's a very quick transition from Miami to the clay. I mean, Badosa's the favorite, I think, to win it. And she's probably the one everyone expects to win it. But I don't know. It's a tricky one for me. Maybe Sabalenka comes good. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Jabeur comes good and wins something. Maybe Pliskova, this is her return. I don't know. It's going to be tough, but I think Badosa's the favorite, and she's the one to pick for the W and for the win. But let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Who's going to win this event in Charleston? There we go. Yeah, so, again, I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to win Charleston. Probably Badosa, but I don't know. We'll watch them. We'll watch them all. We'll keep watching. We'll watch a bit of that next week, so make sure you stay tuned. Okay, everybody, we're out of here. I'm 100% done now. So thank you, everyone, for sticking around. it's been a hell of a couple of weeks. We've had a lot of cool matches, a lot of great matches. Despite the lack of superstars on the men's side, we've still had plenty of epic matches. Plenty of, even though the GOATs are not there, we've still had plenty of matches. So, appreciate everyone who joined for 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 20 streams. Appreciate you guys. And everyone who subscribed, welcome. We're just about to get started. Now the hard court season is done. The clay court season begins. No more hard court matches until America after Wimbledon. So it's all clay and grass from now on for the next few months. So strap yourselves in. The clay court season, one of my favorites, because we get some very epic matches throughout the clay season. It's gonna be a long clay season, but it's gonna be exciting. So again, thank you so much. Appreciate everyone who's donated over the last few weeks as well. You guys have been super generous throughout with all your donations and all that, and all the members as well. All the new members, welcome. So thanks everybody, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys soon. We're not going to be gone that long. I know it feels like goodbye, but it's all right. We're not going to be done that. We're not going to be gone for that long. We'll be back sooner than you think. Have a couple of days off. We all deserve it. We all deserve, after a crazy month of tennis, we've watched, Fritz, ALCARAZ winning the first 1,000 events. We've watched Swiatek dominate. Osaka come back into form. Rafa get injured. I mean, we've had a lot of crazy shit happen in the last 4 weeks. So we all deserve a break. Sit back, relax, have a couple of days. But we're coming back. We'll watch a bit of Charleston later in the week if matchups matter. The matchups make it so. And then we'll come back and we watch Monte Carlo. We're doing the clay court season proper. It's going to be crazy. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon. But Alcaraz, he gets the job done against Casper RUUD in straight sets. 7-5, 6-4. He wins his first Masters 1000 title. And I'm scared for everyone else on the clay because Alcaraz plays like this on a hard court. Watch out when he plays on his favorite surface. And he gets the job done. He's an 18-year-old Masters 1000 champion. Third youngest to do it.